this.
Get over here, buddy. Let's do this.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
That's you, everyone.
Everybody.
Everybody in the, maybe not in the world, but in the chat right now.
Everybody.
Yeah.
That table is full of things.
It really is.
Yeah,
Did I add more stuff?
things than
I feel
usual?
like- yeah, I don't know. It's, yeah.
But it could also be.
So many
who
ranking
knows?
implements.
All right, so I do have a question for you.
Yeah.
Out of the things that are on the table right now, how many of them are not really essential to your gameplay? Because
Like, I'm gonna pick up what is essential to my gameplay. Here,
Yeah.
maybe water.
Cards.
Water's pretty important.
Dice. Couple of notes.
I feel called out, and I don't like it. I will not be
I
participating
got
in
plenty
this.
of other crap.
How dare you?
I don't know what this shit is doing, but you know,
Oh, thank you.
you're welcome.
I know exactly what those are.
I've definitely been fiddling with those for
I
weeks.
mean, you can also fiddle
Click,
with
click,
them.
click.
under anathema.
Hello.
Under anathema.
Or
Pushing
these
down.
sub.
Thank you.
Oh, bravo, Orangia. That is like some quality timing.
Years.
I like to think it was like a full rush, though. Just like a glide into the chair. scoot
Dive onto the rolling chair. Go
Oh, wow.
flying
Okay,
across
yeah,
the
yeah.
Define essential. I mean, well, the thing is, is it a gaming
Necessary.
table if it doesn't have clutter? One thing that the
point.
table does not have are snacks.
Yeah.
Once upon a time, there were snacks at our table, and then people complained.
But it wasn't too. Did we really have like a lot of
We
snacks?
didn't snack. We would usually start by finishing our day.
Yeah.
Right.
But
We
like,
eating pork buns or whatever. Like, it was kind of a joke, but it.
I feel like TTRPGs, like when you play around a table with friends, it's like, yeah, having snacks is like part of the experience.
Yeah.
You're sharing food, you're sharing drink. But we don't for the purposes of not crunching into microphones.
Yeah.
If this were our full-time job and we had a studio with a kitchenette, I would absolutely want to do a cooking channel, like a cooking stream, where we prepared snacks that were on theme for the game that we were playing. Every week
And
we
not
prepared a
crunchy.
new snack.
They have to be very soft snacks, all of them.
Yeah, sometimes they could be crunchy,
Okay,
but
fine.
you just have to like.
We have
There would be the
something
30-second like,
Nope.
like
Riding
the
fingers,
crunch
be like,
minute.
I'm about to crunch.
Yeah, we each have our own little, like, control. Boop, snack time.
Yeah.
Riding Fade is my
Exactly.
like 80s cover band. What?
Yeah.
My Tears for Fears cover band.
There you go.
There's a timer on screen that we can see but that they can't, where our microphones will cut out for 5 seconds, which is the perfect time to just jam something in your fucking maw.
I've pre-bugled my fingers so I can just.
You gold your fingers.
Yay! I made it funny.
I
Gummy
love
worms make me soft lemon eater, but the problem is that the sound of chewing
Yeah.
would be very audible.
They would gum up
Oh,
the works,
yeah.
as it were.
Go through it.
Well,
is.
no,
Nope.
we'd have a button that we'd switch categories, right? We'd switch to ASMR, and then it would be us like chewing into the microphone.
I love that.
To eat like
Midstream.
bread, because you know bread doesn't get too gunky. It doesn't mess up your.
Yeah, it's
Just-
stage
just
management.
plain-
What's not going to distract the actors while they're having an emotional scene and you are starving because you had to work through lunch? Soylent.
Yep.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, seriously.
One of the
Call
things
you.
that they serve when we do motion capture that they had the last time was fruit snacks. Like there's fruit, but there's also these fruit.
Oh
snacks.
yeah.
And it was like served in a pouch, and you're supposed to basically just suck it up out of the pouch. And what I didn't realize is that it is baby food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
It's
Go-Go's
literally baby food.
actors,
And it
babies. It's the same picture.
It is not good. It is not good. Like, it really felt like I was being infantilized, like,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's funny because apples, if you get a lot of like, if you're a voice actor performing in front of a very sensitive mic, and you start getting mouth sounds, so if there's little clicks being picked up by the engineer, they'll often be like, here, have a bite of this green apple. Because it's like a magical cure for mouth noises. Fun fact, but then you
sure
just
the
feel really
science
awkward
behind
because
that is.
everyone's watching you eat an apple, and then you're and
You
then
don't-
you eat
you
it
don't
too
have
fast,
to
and
eat
you
the
end up
whole
choking
thing.
in front of the.
Just so we're clear about Liz's story, you don't have to eat a whole apple
A
in
single
front of a
bite.
studio. Yeah, exactly. Like, just to be clear.
But then you like awkwardly
Yeah.
like put it down, and then you just watch it like
Brown in
deteriorate
front of it,
over the rest of your
What
session.
they need to do is at the
Why?
start of the day they cut up some, put them in a little bit of that lemon juice or whatever's
Mhm.
keeping them.
Very nice.
And be like, green apple?
It's the green apple sour.
There's
That's her.
the studio where I was at for a commercial gig on Friday. They have a kombucha like keg in their lobby, and you're welcome to like fill your water bottle with it or like fill up your glasses with it. And so I
That
did
was my
because it's
reaction.
delicious, and I'm like do, knowing full well that I've just signed myself up for like Gas City. You know, I'm just gonna be burping into the mic.
That's what
Your
the
fault
commercial
for
calls
providing
for.
it.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Fault.
I mean, honestly.
Ask for this. Oh,
Hey, what would we do, Ellie Spot? Parade about?
No. She's gonna hire good actors.
Oh, right. Sorry. My bad. I assumed you wanted, this caliber, whatever that means. Goddamn. Sorry. That's my assumptions. A parade, perhaps? You could have a small Shakespearean troupe.
Forsooth. What? My fucking...
Yeah, we could do that. We could do chamber Shakespeare. Come to your living room, perform a little Shakespeare show for you in exchange for fruit snacks.
I've heard of troops that do like little living room
I've
productions.
hired troops to do that. Birthday
What do you
parties.
mean?
I've hired a troupe to do that for a birthday party for me.
I'm gonna say
was
something.
while I
I'm
lived
gonna
in
say
Ottawa.
something on stream. I'm really sorry. I've been with you for 13 years and I did not know this.
I hired a company of fools.
This is insane. I love a company of fools. Sorry. Thank you for the subscription. My God, my mind is being blown right now.
You can literally do that. It's a really cool thing. Like when
know.
on their off months, they have like
Oh my God. Sorry, John.
So you can just hire me to do some Lady Mackers. What? One more diversion. I had a dear professor who I cared for quite a bit recommend to me at a general audition call for like all the theater companies in Quebec that I should do a monologue as Lady Mackers from
We're not in a
the
theater.
Scottish play. Yeah, I guess not. From Lady Macbeth. Where I did it, and they were all like, that was an interesting monologue, but we would never cast you as Lady Macbeth. And I'm like,
Right.
yeah,
Oh.
I thought it was just to show that I could act. And apparently, that's not what it is. So he made the wrong call at that point in time, and thus I made the wrong call. But I did know what it was like to give some.
I was gonna say this is now in your experience and in your memory, and I think that's awesome.
traveling to Sweden. So getting on a boat. I guess I'm getting on a boat a few days.
Holy shit! A boat!
Yeah, you're gonna take a cruise. You're gonna take the
Hell
whole
yeah.
That's right. Make a thing of it.
They haven't announced the dates yet for Just for Laughs 2024, but probably working.
How much of
Maybe
it
it'll
could
be
you do
overseas.
remotely from a boat?
Remote.
I'm sure I could.
Watch
Right,
out for
I'll-
torpedoes.
Yeah, I'll
Oh,
be
no.
running like a comedy show here in Montreal, but also I'll have my laptop and I'll be running all the cues for you remotely in Sweden.
Amazing.
It'll be great. It'll probably be the same time, right?
Oh yeah,
That's
totally.
how time zones work, for sure.
That's where you ended growth last session.
Oh, okay.
Lovely.
However, Kate, you weren't here last session
To announce my growth.
to announce your growth from the previous session.
Yeah, I have chosen to unlock my second moment of balance so that it is available when it becomes narratively relevant, which will, TLDR, allow me to call upon a resource of my family to innovate a new solution to an intractable problem. So I'll be able to knock down obstacles that seem impossible to overcome and save the day. So basically, when I called in Kaisuke to rescue us when Takata was sending her ships, that was me using my first moment of balance. So it's a Hail Mary.
An excellent use of it. It's a
Hail Sour.
hail salon. Hail salon. Yeah, the mechanically, these moments of balance are meant to allow a playbook to, or a character with a specific playbook to like take kind of narrative control of a scene. And they describe it as, if this were a TV show, this would be like your episode, baby. This would be the one that's all about you, which is cool. I think it's nice.
Am I better, or should we be boosting the microphone that's above me? Let me know in chat.
The waveform still looks the same to me.
That's 3, right?
I think it's 4. I need to change our labels.
Keep talking.
Talking. 1, 2, 3.
Tell
I
us about
can't
your
read.
Just for Laughs experience.
Yep. My Just for Laughs experience was fantastic because I am not allowed to speak about my experience to the media without prior approval.
This isn't the media. I mean,
Everybody's quiet when they look down at papers. You know what the real problem is? I had the perfect segue to our safety card.
oh
But
no!
then we had to
Yeah.
so, beer.
You know what you need to not be looking down during? The safety demonstration.
Yay!
Look.
All right, folks. We have cards you don't. We'll get to what you have in a moment. But for us, we have these things. What are they? Well, they indicate various things to the room. The green card, known as the play card, says, despite any outward appearance, I, the player, feel safe to continue with whatever is going on. The yellow card, also known as pause, is a chance for you to very briefly pause gameplay, as it's called, pause, and let the table know about something relating usually to safety. It's a chance to give a heads up. As soon as you're done and you lower the card, gameplay can resume. The stop card, however, will stop everything. We will usually go to a BRB screen. It is an opportunity to completely drop game, drop character, and discuss person to person, and come to a resolution. And gameplay will only resume once everyone at the table feels safe to continue. You have cards, but you do have a few tools available to you. You can whisper us at RPGClinic. That should get highlighted in chat for us. Give us a chance to see it. You can also whisper one of our moderators. Today we have Kung Fu Fenris in chat.
And Erwin.
And Erwin, fantastic. So yeah, you can always tell them by the green sword next to their name. And they're happy to keep that anonymous should you choose. And of course, you always have the option for your own safety. If you need to leave chat or leave stream, we don't want to see you go, but we do want to see you safe.
Very true. And thank you.
Thank you.
Hooray.
Almost said words.
Why do you have a knife, Erwin?
I don't have a knife. This mushroom avatar of me
I
has
don't
a
have
knife.
a blade sword.
Mushroom
I have a
represent-
knife.
And I have a recap.
Oh.
So long, Sawan. When Bao leaves to meet their mother, Yong-Su returns to City Hall for the night. Local legend Tenzin himself pays him a visit, and the crowd goes wild. Turns out the airbending master does not support Takada's plan for the spirit world. Don visits local ne'er-do-well Chu in prison. The Hot Rock reluctantly agrees to teach Don seismic sense in exchange for her speaking on his behalf at trial. Back at the tea shop for a cuddle puddle of two, featuring Don and local badass Now. Yong-Su is prepped, primped, and presented to the press pre-portal. He delivers a speech and makes his way into the spirit world, followed closely by all his friends and hopefully no enemies. Will our trio find the key to overturning Takada's plans before it's too late?
It's really distracting.
Well, will they, punk? Now that you've pointed it out, it's all I'm going to be looking at.
Yay!
Liz is a fan of alliteration.
Dude, I
Fan
do
of
enjoy
the
it.
world. Hey, that is very true. My
And I
bad.
like the rule of 3 as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Load that shit up.
No, don't worry about it. We're just having a side
How many comes in 3s?
conversation. Yep.
Look.
Yep, down here.
Nailed it.
I would say yes, because a now has many faces. Ooh. She has like
Ooh.
so many aliases. She has a passport full of aliases. This is my Republic City passport. This is mine.
Turn out your pockets. Okay, you're not gonna like this.
Right, quick.
Yeah.
Take out the part of your brain that played Pandemic Season 0, throw it
Oh,
in the
yep,
trash.
it's gone.
We can build new aliases. Let's do it.
Yay!
I can't do that.
I know, I
I
wish.
need a saw.
I
Oh.
got one.
Oh, thank you. You do?
We do have a saw.
Nice.
I do not recommend it for surgical
No, for surgical,
undertakings.
I don't
It
think
is
so
a
either.
hacksaw.
Mia, you know what? I wouldn't even be mad.
Yeah, his recaps are great.
Just be like, cool.
Rock on.
You get to stay.
Get the one next week.
Get the
Perfect.
basic plot, and
We get to see you. That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, rock on.
the air conditioning's back on.
The what now?
Air conditioning is back on.
Yeah, why?
Okay, great. I'm a little warm, but
Oh, you're warm.
yes.
I see. There's a fan.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
want me to
yeah.
Try to angle
No,
it
it's
closer
fine. It's fine. I was literally just checking. That's all.
All of them. Oh, the passports.
All of the identities.
All the identities. Oh, yeah.
personas. Persona non
Speaking of passports, the new train system that opened up in Montreal,
Yes.
the people that are visiting this weekend for the free open house get little passports and stamps in them, and I'm really jealous.
That is
I
so
cannot
cute.
attend. Yeah.
this weekend.
The new light rail
Wait,
system
So now.
just
Yeah.
opened in Montreal, and it was free for this weekend.
And they had so many people yesterday that they had to say, please stop showing it.
Yeah, basically.
How sad is it that like I literally watch TikToks of people being like, "Come with me on my first journey on the REM."
It's so good. I'm so excited.
I'm excited to start.
All right. I mean, let's party. She's chomping at the bit. Oh.
All right. You ready? The spirit world in a lot of games means a lot of different things, but it almost universally means the unknown and danger and what's going to happen. This game is no different. The last time that we were in the spirit world, less danger, more enigmas, more questions, more Donisms. But this time around, you're going to the spirit world for a very different reason. As we're headed in there, I'm going to remind you that things in the spirit world are definitely not always as they seem, but always somewhat unpredictable. That's the very nature of spirits. It's part of the reason why there aren't colonies established there for people to live. That's not necessarily a permanent state of affairs, though, depending on what happens here. That's going to be up to you. But we're not starting in the spirit world, are we? In fact, we're going to rewind just a little bit to the moment that Bao stepped into a Satomobile after leaving Kai Ming's boba tea shop, ostensibly headed off to speak to their mother. The person driving the Satomobile seems incredibly focused, ignoring you almost entirely, leaning forward, gripping the wheel, and driving faster than anyone reasonably should in a industrial era of civilization.
What ails you?
What?
Has my mother threatened you if you're too late in delivering me?
I just promised to get you to where you're supposed to go.
Is there a rush?
There's always a rush. You mustn't leave any of the Selwyn waiting.
I am one of the Sawan. I'd like to arrive in one piece.
Of course you will. And just like you can feel the mobile lift up on two wheels as it takes a turn far too quickly. And
Here
then
to do an air blast.
and then it slams down onto the road, and you hear a "You damn kids" from one of the corners, and then it screeches to an absolute halt at a hotel, a very fancy hotel.
Belle looks down at their probably slightly rumpled, many days old, borrowed clothes of Jai's, their cousin, that they have switched into. And makes another attempt at like straightening whatever they can, and turns to the door, waiting for it to be opened for them.
Oh, and he gets out and he like rolls over the hood of the car,
Dude.
runs up, wrenches the door open, and then does a bow that's so low that his head just like practically knocks into your knees as you step out of the car.
Bao holds all of the dignity that they can, despite their garments, and strides towards the entrance to the hotel.
As you reach the door of the hotel, there's, door people there willing to open it and, to usher you in. And then you hear the squeal of tires as the Sadmobile roars off. And then you hear a as the car has gone approximately 2 meters and then slammed into the back of a cart.
Oh.
Then you hear somebody get out, and there's a wail. My radishes!
I missed you, Republic City. Bao continues onward inside.
It seems like people have been expecting you. They guide you all the way through towards the elevators and then up to the penthouse suite, and then a knock on the door, and then you enter the suite, and then you're taken through towards the sitting area. Your mother is sitting, and there's 2 glasses, empty glasses, crystal, on the table, and a large bottle of something next to it. It's not a bottle that you recognize.
So there's a seat across from her.
Yes.
Bao will sit.
I was wondering whether you'd come.
Why wouldn't I?
Because I don't know what you're going to do.
In terms of?
Takata's not here. And you don't need to pretend that you're on board with everything that's happening.
I'm on board with the family.
Are you?
I am.
You've been gone for so long. The first time that I see you back, you're traveling with a criminal and some sort of cultist.
The 2 of them and my other 2 companions are great assets who I have brought into the fold and who will serve us with loyalty. They're at the center of this. You know that this so-called cultist is capable of leading us into the spirit world, speaking with spirits.
She has no loyalty to Sauron.
She has loyalty to me, and I am Sauron.
Are you?
Do you have news of my birth that I'm unaware of?
That's not fair. You know that's not fair. I have raised you.
I left to protect us. You heard the stories of airbenders that accidentally destroyed their whole homes. I wasn't in control, and we didn't need that kind of publicity.
And you're in control now.
I am.
How in control are you? Can you control your friends?
Yes.
Will you?
Yes.
Bao, this is the problem. I get the impression that you're only telling me things that I want to hear. Why?
That's how you raised me.
Somewhere off in the recesses of the suite, you can hear 2 people having a very hushed, very quick argument. The only people who you know of who are here are servants.
Bao glances briefly in that direction, but isn't going to move.
If you think you can control them, then there's something that I need you to do. I need you to go with them.
Okay.
Your cousin,
Yes.
he has a straightforward mind. He goes where he is asked, and does what he is told.
Yes.
I will not be going with you, and so that I cannot put him back on the track when inevitably he strays from it.
He seems so keen to follow orders even still. Is there concern that he'll stray?
There are questions. His mind is not focused like yours, Bao. He still has not mastered his own bending.
And the concern is that he won't be able to carry out his duty?
The concern is that when push comes to shove, there will be a question posed in front of you about whether it is better to serve one master or another.
And what answer do you want him to pick?
The correct one.
And which is the correct one, Mother?
The fact that you're asking me that question leads me to believe that perhaps you don't know the answer.
I don't, considering you mentioned that we are away from the ears of Councilwoman Takata.
I do not pledge loyalty to Takata. But Takata is the savior of our family, and if we are to remain relevant in the Fire Nation for any longer, we need her resources and her influence.
So then what is the question that you see being proposed, if it's not between Takata and Sauron?
Because if it does become between Takata and Sauron, he has to make the right choice. Our choice.
He is loyal to Sauron, as far as I can tell. I cannot see him picking anyone over them.
You are going to be there to make sure that that is the case.
I will
Him.
go as I am asked.
And your friends. There's one other thing. The Kyoshi warrior who will be accompanying you. Stela.
Yes.
I don't know who she is, and I do not trust her. You're to ensure that she has the least amount of influence possible. And if she turns against us, you know what to do.
And that is why the criminal you speak of is so valuable. Criminals aren't afraid to break rules if it means their survival. So, going up against an elite Kyoshi warrior, it's just another fight, just another back alley scrap.
Hardly elite. A Kyoshi warrior, maybe. But a Kyoshi warrior that sells themselves out to someone like Takata?
If she passed the training to get the title, she has skills.
Good. I'm glad that you haven't been influenced overly by your father.
I've been away. You saw when I saw my father.
I love him, but his bleeding heart will not save this family. It will require the cold, precise hand of logic. Something that I know you inherited from me.
I did. I see that there are many, many threads being pulled in this situation. I see that there are certain threads that may risk damaging the Sauron name. I will assure that they are not pulled.
If we collapse, the ramifications, not just for our family, but to the Fire Nation as a whole, could be catastrophic.
I have no interest in seeing our family collapse.
Excellent. Now, and then she reaches forward and she has the nice boom
Mhm.
of a bottle open. She pours 2 glasses of a amber-looking liquid. What have you been up to for the past few years?
Learning about the world outside of home, outside of the respect that is given to me by my name. What it is like to be nobody. What it is like to have built a name on my own. What it is like to and they make the curtains waft slightly. Have control
Someone
over
outside.
an element.
Whoa!
Have control over an element no one ever thought would happen when I grew up. An element I can only imagine you've never seen used in your lifetime.
I met Tenzin once.
What was that like?
He had no interest in an alliance. But to be fair, he had always listened too much from his father.
Difficult not to accept the influence of an avatar, considering the influence that they are given over the world.
Yes, the Avatar. If only the Avatar could have supported what we are trying to do here.
Was she given the opportunity?
She's somewhere deep within the Earth Kingdom. That's all we know.
Well, hopefully the outcome is to her liking. And she will come to our side.
And I will show you what we have planned. She reaches into a bag, like, like how you'll have bags like Coach bags that are like super, expensive for not really any much of a good reason other than branding. Like, they're still nice bags.
They're like well constructed and stuff, but
Sure.
there's an extra 0 that doesn't need to be there.
So it's one of those bags. So she lifts the bag, and the bag is Suka. And then pulls out a scroll, which she hands to you. It's old, dry.
It takes a moment and cautiously begins to unroll it on the table.
It's a list of various cities in the Fire Nation that have not recovered well from the 100 Years' War. From concessions that Fire Lord Zuko made before passing on to Fire Lord Azumi. In order to help rebuild the other nations, there have been some sacrifices made. Necessary. Fire Lord Zuko always understood that the meaning of hard work meant that sometimes you would have to go without in order to make sure that the task at hand was to be delivered. Admire that. That sort of strength of character and spirit has always been something that I've tried to echo throughout our great family. The plan was for us to help revitalize these communities. When the value of our currency fell, it was no longer possible.
Do you have any inkling as to who or what was behind that?
The only thing that I think is that it was not an inside job.
Not.
No. The number of people who had the opportunity to do so and who could wield the influence to do so in our family is low. In fact, the only person who could have had a legitimate opportunity to do so was me.
And you give me no impression of having had any interest in such happening.
I had this plan. Why would I want to devalue my own family? I would do anything for the Sauron. You know this.
I do. I'm sure you noticed that there is an Inquisitor in our company.
Yes.
The eyes are currently on you.
Yes. Which is why it's essential that this succeeds.
I think it's essential that we get to the bottom of what happened.
If the answers can be found in the spirit world through your cultist friend, perhaps that would be best.
She guides tours in to have questions answered. The answers aren't always direct. That seems to be the nature of spirits. But I will seek those answers.
Thank you. She lifts her glass.
That's theirs.
To the future.
To a future we can build together. For the better of all, thanks to Sauron.
The crystal rings out before she takes a long draft. It tastes of vaguely sweet, vaguely fiery. It's not Fireball, but close.
And we wouldn't call
Oh.
it something so, yeah, we wouldn't call it something so,
Yeah.
desperate.
Should retire for the evening. You should
course.
too.
I look forward to our future endeavors.
Good night, Bal.
Good night, Mother.
With great dignity and only a slight wobble, stands up, sweeps out into one of the bedrooms.
Stands and heads for the door to theoretically be escorted somewhere.
Sorry, this room is for your use.
Oh.
Inside there is a fresh Sauron outfit, along with a rucksack filled with necessary survival things, which looks like they've been contacted by the Order of Passage, and they've built a custom, spiritual survival pack, except that everything in there is just a little more premium than it should be.
Oh, very
It's like one of the tourist packs, right? Where you pay a little bit more and you get like a flask,
Yeah.
And you get like
flask.
The flask is like
Yeah, yeah.
engraved
It's
with
like-
spirit.
Yeah,
A mouse pad.
Like the boat or whatever. Yeah.
The spirit world
so
go bag.
good. Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's so good.
So you have a change of clothes in there. You have everything that you could possibly need, and then there is a note that you discover. It's at the bottom of the sack.
I read it.
All it says underneath is, "I love you. Do the right thing." And it's signed by your father.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna snooze this email because it's not urgent, but I do need to deal with it in a couple of hours. That's not the email I want to snooze.
I snooze my character and I snooze my email.
Sleep, but cool,
So, just before we head into the spirit world, if we look at your relative fatigues, Bao, yours is down to 0. Have
Yes.
a good night's sleep.
In the lap of luxury.
Yeah.
However, if then we decide to look at your balances,
All right, look. I can explain. It's not what it
Wait,
looks
I
like.
can explain. Yeah.
Well, I had a nice traditional talk with my mother.
A nice
Switch me all the way back.
traditional talk.
but here's my question.
Mm.
Were you being genuine in the answers that you were giving your mother, or were you attempting to allay her fears?
I'd say 90% genuine.
What parts were genuine?
I'm going to try to say I'm going to stick to what will be best for Sauron.
Mhm.
I want Jai to pick Sawan over Takata.
Mhm.
My friends are loyal to me.
So then what is the stuff that perhaps is less than genuine?
They're not loyal to Sawan, and they are their own people.
Oh.
So they aren't like, mindless pawns.
Says you right now.
Do you think your balance should shift towards tradition?
I don't think I was being traditional enough. I mean, the thing is, this is literally the family tradition of like scheming and being all planny, but no.
You want to join us on the toppled side?
We'll see what happens.
Chaos.
Very well.
What?
And now we'll return. You are taken by Satamobile by the same person, although in a shiny, new, non-dented, non-radish stained
Radish Dane.
car towards the spirit portal.
So garden fresh.
You do see the speech delivered by Young Su.
I can give you the greatest hits if you
Yes,
want.
if you could, just specifically because I feel like that's when I was getting distracted.
Oh no,
During
that's
our
super
rewatch.
fair. Young Su had a
Yeah.
speech prepared
Yeah.
for him, including wanting to make peace and like this is a great step forward for humanity and like look at this little spirit companion of mine. But he tacked on a little bit at the end here, which thou might be able to get a sense. He talks about wanting to keep memories of wrongs done in the past alive so that they can avoid making wrongs again in the future. He also, in the reporter scrum that follows, names the spirit world
New Ondon.
colonization. I think just Ondon, even.
Oh,
I think
yeah, you're right, just Ondon.
Neo Ondon. He like named the
That's cool.
place Ondon. But yeah.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, of course. And then he goes inside. Yeah. And I think where we had sort of gotten to, like, he went through first, followed by Jai,
yeah.
followed by
His
soldiers,
entire entourage.
followed by an entourage of a documentary filmmaker and crew, then by Don.
Donna now, and then Kaiming was holding back. She
To, like,
went
bring
to
up the
speak
rear.
to Takata as Sayla,
Yes.
but then was possibly also waiting for Bao.
Yeah, I think that was the
Think
sense I
so,
got
yeah.
as well.
Mhm.
Of like, I'll be the backup. Yeah.
When you step into the spirit world. So, the following people are going into the spirit world. There's the three of you. Now is with you. Kaiming is with you, although positioned currently as Sela.
That's true.
The Madrival, the documentarian, is with you.
Excellent.
The Jai and the detachment of Sawan elite forces are with you.
Ha.
Ah,
With
it's
me
with
as
you,
well.
yes.
Yeah. Kind of goes with it.
But at the moment, that is all.
You said Kyung, right?
Young.
Yeah, sorry, Kyung, yes.
yeah.
Kyung is accompanying
Right, that's right.
because Kyung is the seeker for this particular outing. Are you doing your best to steer clear of Kyung, or are you making it obvious to Kyung that you're there?
No, I'm steering clear of him. I don't think I'm not like skulking behind sand dunes and stuff, but
He's so tall. I feel like you could just sort of, like stay behind him at all times. You know what I mean? Like he can't turn around that fast.
I also I think Don doesn't want to create complications with him and doing his work or whatever.
But you're not hiding your presence.
No.
As you step into the spirit world, you're in the salt flats. So the reflection of the starry sky above you still completely stretched out right to the horizon. But no one is there to greet you this time. No spirit approaches you. The pillar of light that is the spirit portal behind you is still there. But otherwise, there's a desolation here.
Interesting.
Kyung definitely notices this, and he is unsettled. But, true to himself, makes a, well, it looks like we're being given a chance to settle in. Well, first colonist, where do you want to set up camp?
Youngsu looks up to the stars, the sky.
Stars are like, hello.
Hello.
They
You
wink.
shouldn't be here. Very good. Very good. Seeker, I believe we should find somewhere with some shelter from the elements, not too far from here. What?
Shelter from the elements? Such a thing isn't exactly easy to find. There's an oasis where the weather tends to be a bit easier, but at the same time, that oasis is home to many spirits. And then one of the soldiers says, "That sounds perfect."
Youngsu turns around. No. We are not here to make war. We will not be... I mean, hey, he can come and kick my ass if he wants. Let's go. Let's do this. As the first colonist here, I believe I should have at least some say in where we settle for the night, not for longer. We cannot begin our presence here antagonistically. And then he looks up again. How about just there? And he kind of motions off in the distance. There's a little, it's the salt flats. Perhaps there's a small rise just off in the distance?
Sure, a mesa.
Yeah, a little, yeah, that's very good, yeah. There.
Yeah.
That is where we'll settle for tonight. And tomorrow, Seeker. We shall seek.
Yes, it is what I do best. It's what I've been training for all of my life.
I know. I'm glad you're here.
He claps a hand on your
Oh,
back. And
God.
yeah, it's definitely like way too big, probably a little too hard.
Ugh.
And he was like, "Oh, I was told maybe I do that a little too hard on you."
It's all right. Youngsu turns to Madrigal. Do you need to get anything from me as I venture towards this place? I don't know how this works.
Stop! That's not for you to worry about. I'm the one who is going to be worried about all these things. I'm the one with the shot list. I'm the one who will decide exactly where, when, how, who, and what you are going to be doing.
I hope there's some room in there for
One
some...
of the soldiers is like, "Yeah, you're going to say who he's doing?" And then two of the soldiers high five, and Jai's like, just looks over, and the two soldiers are like,
Very good.
Oh no.
discipline is already fracturing.
Oh my god.
It's been 20 seconds. Yeah. I hope there's some room in there for flexibility. Madrigal, you never know what might happen in the spirit world.
Oh, of course there's flexibility, but you don't have to worry your pretty little head about it. Just make sure that that pretty little head stays pretty, and everything will be fine.
All right. Youngsu turns to the assembled group of people and nods, and then turns back and ventures towards the mesa. The intention is to set up some sort of camp.
All right, you heard the first colonist. Let's go.
Even nodding.
The soldiers lift up packs and they start heading out, and they set down tents, which they, properly belay with spikes and all of that. And you can see from the mesa just still a marvelous view of everything, but watching from a distance is the spirit who normally barters with you for broken equipment.
Do I see it?
Yes. It's keeping a far distance, and its posture's slumped.
Dawn tries to make eye contact with the spirit. She takes a few steps closer to it to see if it pulls away.
It's not pulling away, but definitely guarded body language.
She'll keep approaching very slowly, very calmly, unless it seems like it really doesn't want to talk to her. I feel like we named the spirit, and I can't remember. Maybe we
I have
didn't.
a little drawing, so if I can find it.
But, yeah. In any case, if we did, she names it properly. If not, doesn't. Hi.
Hi.
Someone on our side, on the mortal side, wants power. She wants to extend her reach as far as she can.
What power is there to be gained here?
She sees power in land and space.
She is a fool.
She is. I do not stand with her.
Why are you helping them? Why are you here?
I'm here because I'm trying to stop it.
I don't see you stopping it.
No. We are not powerful enough yet to stand against them in a meaningful way. We're trying to gather enough voices to denounce this person, and I am trying to speak with Ko.
What?
I think Ko has more answers than we can find on the mortal side.
You are looking for Ko. Why?
I think he killed my father.
Ko kills a lot.
He wants to speak to me.
Probably because he wants to finish your bloodline.
Probably.
Why would you ever want to speak with him?
Because believe it or not, I trust him more than I trust her.
You were much smarter when you were hanging out with those, and then there's an indication towards Bao Young-Soo.
They stand with us as well.
Do they want to visit Ko?
No. They're too smart for that.
Then they are smart and you are stupid.
I know.
Why should I help you be stupid?
You don't need to help me.
Of course I need to help you. You're stupid.
If I could know where
Who's holding the mirror scale?
I am.
Okay.
I want to make sure that the soldiers have no altercations with the spirits. So if there's anything I can do to help you keep them clear,
There is.
is it get everybody out? Because I'm working on that.
They don't have to get out. You could poison all of their food.
How about some other suggestions?
Slit their throats in the night.
Other suggestions that don't involve killing them all?
You could tie them up, bind them, gag them, leave them on the mesa,
Mm-hmm.
then walk away.
Right.
You didn't kill them. Everything else killed them.
Right.
What did you bring me?
There's actually a documentary crew here.
Documentary.
They make movers.
Movers.
So, what you are doing right now,
Yeah.
if you were to wave or speak or dance, I think I gave you a sort of screen thing that was broken some time ago.
Yes, it was delicious.
Yes, well, in my world, you could take a picture and put it on one of those screens and watch it in movement. Anyway, they're here to make a mover about the spirit world. They don't know that spirits won't appear on their devices.
No, of course not.
I could get something of theirs for you.
You don't have anything now?
This was a rather impromptu visit. I do apologize. I'll make amends.
Debts aren't the sort of thing that I'm used to seeing from Seekers.
No. There are a lot of things that this Seeker is not used to seeing.
And then why are you here? And why are you not giving me whatever I want? You're here to stop them, and yet you are not stopping them. You refuse to kill them. Then what are you going to do? Sing? And they will be so moved by your words and your melodies that they will decide to drop their arms and leave?
I told you my plan, to seek out Ko and see what he knows. If he will...
Seekers seek knowledge, not face stealers.
Well, there is no knowledge to be sought. Not until I find the library. And until this world stops being turned upside down. I'm doing damage control now. I can't really do much else.
Bring me the one with no shirt. He seemed interesting. He will be your gift.
What are you going to do to him?
Whatever I want.
You know, wherever he goes, the soldiers go.
Excellent. Then send him through the portal where he came.
He's into that.
Send him through the portal where...
Yes, if he leaves, maybe all the soldiers will.
Yes, well...
It's not difficult. You can pick him up by the vest.
I'm sorry that I cannot make clear that there are other things at play. There are other powers at play.
Oh, you've made that clear. I just don't care.
I know. And I'm not asking you to care.
Instead, you want me to take you to Ko.
No, I didn't even ask that.
Then how are you going to reach him?
With this. She pulls out the mirror scale, trying to keep the view
And there's
shielded.
this like collective...
Do you know what this is?
There's more than one spirit that is gasping.
You all know what this is. We spoke of it the last time we saw each other.
What are you doing with that thing?
It fell into our laps. Literally.
And let me see it.
I promised I would keep it safe.
I'm safe. You won't give me the shirtless one. You won't give me the scale. Perhaps I should let everyone know that you have it.
You really think that would help? That would cause a war.
A war?
Mm-hmm.
But all I want to see is the other side.
I can show you the other side.
Show.
Uh,
That will be your debt. Repaid.
She takes a flask of water from her belt and puts it in the mirror scale.
Just watching incredibly intently.
Keeping a firm grasp on it, she does turn it towards him.
What possibility will you ask?
It is your question to ask.
To see what you're asking.
What will happen if Takata's plan succeeds?
The scale shimmers. You can see Takata standing in front of a throng of people. They are all chanting as they are passing Vine from the spirit realm back and forth along, while another line people start marching into the spirit world. They're carrying weapons that you don't even recognize. And you see that Takata is standing there and says, "Two worlds becoming one, becoming our." Is this what you want to see? Is this the world you love?
I do not want this.
Then why did you ask to see it?
I needed to be... No, I already knew that this was the outcome. Maybe I needed you to see it. Why are you laughing? This is horrible.
Ah. Why wouldn't I laugh? The other opportunity is to cry.
I'm tired of crying.
It seems like we have an ally in you. So let it stay with you for now. Maybe I won't tell people you have it.
Well, it would certainly be appreciated.
I can bring you to Ko.
Really.
I told you, a debt repaid already.
I would like that.
Do you want to leave now?
I should see who of my company would want to accompany me.
I can wait.
I'll be back.
Not for long.
I know. Thank you. And she hustles off. Hastens. Hastening.
While the camp is being set up with brutal efficiency, something becomes very clear. Tai Ming is still trying to give the appearance that she is not on your side, but she's watching each of the individual soldiers. Some of them you recognize, Bao, and they are all effective and decent people. Some you don't, but of course you couldn't be expected to know everybody in Sawan, could you?
No. So, it's specifically Sawan forces. So
They're all
they're
Sawan
all
forces.
of Sawan, not just loyal to Sawan.
They are all Sawan. Not necessarily like upper echelon.
No. Interesting.
But this is a small detachment, right? So they're putting their absolute best foot
Roughly?
forward.
Roughly how many?
15.
15? Okay.
The initial plan was for the first colonist to strike out, find a suitable place, and then the idea would be then there would be a return party, and then once that's done, then they would bring along. It's just they believe that it isn't worth bringing like 100 people.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to know.
Of course.
Great, so 15. Perfect. Bao's supervising in a way, right? Standing as though, she's watching over it, judging them. They are.
When you get back, the scene is much as I've described. Zhai is sitting off to one side, and you can see that he's attempting the exercises again. Kai Ming is sitting apart on top of a small outcropping, eating her
Hand.
dried fruit leather.
Oh gosh.
Her fruit pouch. It returns.
But pouch is
like
also
baby food.
yeah. The pouch is also edible, right?
Yeah,
So you can
Ah.
cabbage peas.
Squeeze.
That makes more sense. That makes more sense than the horrible cabbage peas. Not for me.
But spirits are staying far away, and Kyung is not comfortable.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, the mirror scale still shows. The mirror scale shows the real world. It was the real world that she saw, Republic City.
Yeah, I think Aragorn was responding to where Dawn was, but Elliespot was asking where Takata was in the vision.
Yeah.
And the vision showed her in Republic City.
Yeah, no, very specifically, it showed
At the portal, yeah.
at the portal at Republic City. On the
Always shows
real
the
world side.
opposite.
Yeah, it only shows the opposite side.
Right.
She diverts her path to take a few steps closer to Jai. not wanting to break his concentration,
Okay.
she like kind of like takes a seat nearby.
He is not completing the sequence properly. At one point, too many of the candles lights up, and he seals it all. And
You're troubled.
is it that obvious? Look at him. And he indicates towards young Sue, who is doing what right now?
In this exact moment,
Urinating.
pissing in the spirit.
Whizzing off the side of the
Young Sue. Better than that. Thank you very much.
He's just jacking it
Wow.
Damn it, Youngsu.
Sorry to see that.
right off.
Oh no! I did this to myself. Young Sue is currently slamming the final peg into the ground to make a tent. Like,
Make a hole in the middle.
make it. He's finishing the erection of a tent.
Okay.
Thank you very much. And so he's sort of surveying it with like, okay, looks pretty good. You know?
You know how to erect a tent.
Yeah. For sure.
He's playing his part. So am I. But nobody likes the script.
I wasn't sure where you stood.
I'm not even sure where I'm standing now. Some mesa close to the spirit portal.
The last time you were here, you said you felt safe.
I no longer feel safe. The instant that you bring a detachment of soldiers, it doesn't bring you more safety, it brings you less. The likelihood that violence is to occur goes up. And I didn't want to commit violence here. It's beautiful here.
I didn't know that. I thought that whether or not you believed this was the right course of action, you would still do it. Are you doubting to that degree?
Don't start questioning my loyalty, not now.
Loyalty to who?
He stands up.
Wait, I didn't give you a chance to explain last time, or I was angry and I wasn't willing to listen. I have things that I need to see through here,
So do I.
but I just want you to know that I want to listen. And I want you to feel safe here again.
We'll see. And he stalks off towards young Sue.
Done. Heads toward Bell.
Did you do it?
Youngsu looks at the tent and then looks back towards General Jai. It would appear so.
No, Kai Ming. Now, did you do it? Did you reveal your feelings?
Never in my life have I had more trouble come from trying to talk to two people. So
that's a yes.
whether the message was received is not my responsibility. The message was given. Attempted. I'm mad at you.
Why? What did I ever do to you?
You took my bet and then you won. He sits down. He sits down on the
Yes.
ground.
Oh, what a horrible thing that I won the bet and that you managed to go home with the carnival worker.
General Shy. He motions with his head towards Madrigal, although Jai would have no reason to understand what that's about.
Madrigal's like, what carnival worker?
I mentioned that there have been some others.
Hold on, let me see about this. And he lifts the camera up and he just starts cranking it.
Sorry.
Woo! That's amazing.
Yeah, okay,
Yep.
so he starts
He's just
he starts cranking the
cranking it,
camera. Go ahead. Tell us about this carnival work. And then just at this point, you've gone on to see Bao.
Yeah.
You are
Somewhere on this mesa, standing in a way that makes Bao feel like they're doing whatever the fuck they're expected to do, aka supervising.
comes in rooms,
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah.
good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm by a tent with Jai and Madrigal. Madrigal.
That would be standing in such a way that they can see the portal. So,
Mm.
yeah, on whatever side of the mesa it was.
That's strange. Madrigal takes down the camera and,
What's wrong?
well, we don't have enough light. I can't see this place properly.
Oh.
We'll have to wait for morning. This is really going to be difficult. Oh, all right, never mind. And he takes out a clipboard and he just starts writing down. So, the tents are erected.
Don approaches Bao.
Mm-hmm.
Hi. Do you have time to talk?
Of course. And Bao will wander off to a seemingly secluded spot.
So a few things. You know what? Really quickly, Don fills Bao in on everything that happened last session.
Fantastic.
Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
Hey.
And if you have any questions, let me know and I'll clarify. OOC. And then,
Chu learned seismic sense. Are there any other big point forms?
no, I think those
Yeah.
are those are the big
You,
ones,
I
yeah.
don't know whether Bao's seen you since you left the temple, so also that whole.
Yeah.
great.
When in, yeah,
Yeah.
make
Great.
sure that Bao knows all of that. Don is not keeping anything from Bao, to my knowledge.
Nice.
So I went to talk to Spirit. They agreed to lead me to Ko. And that's the path for me.
And are you currently feeling clear-minded enough to do so?
Actually, yes. Being back here has a calming effect. Even though it's wrong. It feels wrong that the spirits are just on the periphery. I can sense them. But that's what I have to do, and I wanted to know if you wanted to stay here or come with me. It is so dangerous and so stupid, and I wouldn't blame you at all if you wanted to stay or if you needed to stay.
Spent my life training to keep a straight face, to tell lies without revealing them. I don't trust myself enough, and I find it so impressive that you have that confidence, and I'm not doubting it. I believe you can.
Oh. If you did want to join, you also wouldn't have to speak to Ko. In fact, I would advise heavily against it.
I leave it to your judgment. We can stay in contact.
Right. Who has those things?
I would have distributed
Yeah,
them,
one each.
Cool.
like on the airship probably. Because with no idea what the hell the plan was, as soon as we landed,
Just
we've
like we
been
all
like,
separated. And
"Phew,
stuff,
phew,
right?
phew."
Do you think there's anyone else here who might be able to speak to what Takata's planning? You've already spoken to Kandon and Bashira. We have witnesses now. We're gathering testimonials.
There's this mover crew. They must have some sense of what the angle is that they want to spin. Perhaps I could speak with them. Shai has orders, but they're from the family. And I spoke with my mother, and she believes that this is in the best interest of the family, but she wants to make sure that Shai and I, if we have to pick,
The Sawan.
which I hope he believes means picking me and us.
I think he does. He's more conflicted, less sure of himself than I've ever seen him.
Then please don't bring him with you to go.
I won't. Definitely not. All right, well, I guess I'll tell the others.
I believe in you.
Hope the next time you see me, I have a face.
If not, I'll try not to stare.
Thanks.
Friendship, folks. Really though, but you know.
Oh my god.
One of the tents explodes.
Define explode, please.
Jeez, you don't.
Sorry.
You just
Sorry.
get locked on.
Sorry, I just like, please. Define.
A bluish, small, circular orb of energy just rushes out. The tent itself just blows apart, and the soldier who was inside gets knocked back. The whole front of his uniform scorched, burns across his hands and face, and he starts to scream. This is the same sort of energy that you'd see from... It's funny, the last time that you encountered this would have been on the Thing 2.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So it's not akin to Now's Firebend.
No.
Okay. Thank you.
So it's either
boy.
spirit energy or it's being made to look like spirit energy.
Yongsu rushes towards the source
Same.
of.
So does
yeah, I
mine.
think
Yeah.
we're converging on it.
And then you hear something, "We're under attack!" As another tent
Oh!
blazes away. What do you do?
Yongsu is going to rush for the injured soldier and try to drag him out of camp, basically, to safety.
Bao's gonna head for Jai, wherever Jai is.
Everyone get out of the tents!
Good move, too.
So you
Don't care.
start stepping out of the tents. The soldiers now are they're deploying their stances as firebenders, looking around, and there's they have maintained their composure despite being under attack. They're not panicking, but there's definitely a sense of like, where is it coming from? We don't know what's going on.
I don't know if seismic sense would be applicable here, but if Don were to try to sense if
You would
these might be bombs inside the tents.
interesting. Well, you could slam your hand down and see.
Yeah,
what it
that's what
sense.
she's gonna do.
Okay.
Hero pose! Yeah.
Yeah, love that.
You're assessing a situation. I'm going to give you a +1 to this roll.
Thank you. Am I using my extraordinary skills to absorb hidden or deep information?
What?
It's my wait and listen mode.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe I should
Sure.
Sounds like you're using extraordinary skills.
Yes. We'll say yes in this case.
Cool beans. All right, so I'm gonna mark my 1 fatigue for that.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll with my focus. Do I still get a +1?
Oh, I may have.
Oh,
There we go. Let's just do that, and then we'll.
You're not wrong, Aragwen. It's a tough situation to be in.
There we go.
But communication is key.
Do I get a +1 in this case?
Yes, you do.
Okay, cool. That's 11.
11?
Yeah.
All right, you get 2 questions.
Great, and I also become prepared with this.
Sure, be prepared.
Who or what is the biggest threat?
It's everyone's packs. There's something in everyone's prepared pack.
Fuck me. Okay. What
Except for
here?
bows.
Oh,
The fancy one.
how sus. What here can I use to
Mother wouldn't
like
coach.
diffuse?
To diffuse the packs?
Yeah.
That's harder.
Yeah.
The problem is that these are made of a tech that you don't recognize. So your best bet to diffuse the packs. Bao
Done.
has the skills and training potentially to do so, but putting Bao close to these packs might put them in danger.
So how about what should I be on the lookout for then?
So you asked for the biggest threat, and then you said, "What can I use to?"
Oh, okay, that
so you've
counts.
answered
Yeah,
the 2
okay,
questions.
fair. Bao. They're in the packs.
Shy, this is what blew up the ship we were on. And then Bao dashes towards the tent.
Bao dashes towards.
A tent
Okay.
that has yet to explode.
Okay.
Oh, I want to like earthbend, do something to create a kind of like shield for you, but how can you defuse a bomb if the bomb is shielded in an earth igloo?
Well, you have a wall with armholes, so at the very least.
Oh, good bomb
It's like the
Center mass
Taskmaster
is
task of
protected.
like put your
Yeah.
hand in and guess what's inside. Then yes, Don would like to try to do that. Create some sort of like shield for Bao.
Oh, like a rock suit.
Then
Like kind of, right?
In
Like
that case,
Technically, Dawn
Oh,
could
that is-
create a rock suit for herself.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Wouldn't be able to do, yeah, because otherwise she'd just be puppeting whoever else is in the rock.
yeah.
That's fair.
Tell me what to do.
No, but a shield with little holes.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that makes more sense.
So creates an updraft of air to try to like blow the tent open enough to get more light into it.
Okay.
And then uses suction to pull the pack towards them.
Yep, the pack is now in your hands. The pack with a bomb in it is now in your hands.
As you do.
Young Su?
Youngsu is making sure that the injured soldier has been pulled to safety, relative safety. What happened?
I was just going into my pack to get.
Hey, you're gonna be okay. All right. We're gonna prop you up here, and it, like sets him up against sort of maybe the mesa at his back.
Must protect the first colonist.
I can protect myself. You need to focus on staying alive.
Bao?
Attempt to extract.
So this is. How many bombs has Bao built in their time?
You tell me. How balmy is Cascay's lab?
I would imagine pretty balmy.
Somewhat bomby.
Yeah.
We're going to say that this is part of your skills and training, but because this is a device you're not familiar with, we're going to give you a -1 forward on this.
Perfect.
Unless somebody else wants to. Well, you provided the shield, right? So we'll cancel that out. We'll call it a 0. Now,
Yeah.
I will say that when you make your roll on a 7 to 9, that is not a full success, right? Go for it.
It will half explode. Take off half your arm.
Face off. If you will.
That is a 7, which means help cannot bring me up past a 9.
As you extract one of the things, 2 more of the packs explode. Not yours, but you can see that it is definitely a technologically built thing. It is not Fire Nation technology. It is not technology that the Sauron have used. This is something else. And you can diffuse this to try to maintain one that is still correct and usable. But If you do so, you run the risk of it exploding at any point. You could destroy it, and then it'll be fine. The risk, however, of it exploding is if it receives a sharp blow. So, like, you could protect it. It's not like it's a, like, oh my god, but, like, as long as the spirit vine that's inside exists, you can either destroy it, or it could risk going off if something were to make contact with it.
Okay.
But it's going to take you enough time to do this that a couple of the other packs are going to explode.
Hyung, keep them contained.
Yeah. I was
Hyung
gonna...
isn't visible. You don't know where he is.
Fucking rip city.
Oh.
Everyone get away from the tents!
Okay. You're still holding a bomb.
Yep. Yeah, I guess I should be trying to defuse it. Because otherwise they seem to be timed if they're just going off without being touched.
That seems to be the case, yes.
Yeah, either...
You will succeed at defusing the bomb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you've made that roll. It's just
Okay.
the consequence that you
Consequences.
choose is you can either destroy it,
Mm-hmm.
in which case it is safe, or you can dismantle it, in which case the spirit vine that's the detonate, like the charge within it, that could go off if it is hit sharply.
Okay. Then I will go about defusing it for this very moment and make my decision in a few rounds.
Okay.
People start flinging the packs off the side of the mesa.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess.
can we like, can you shield them somehow? Like,
Well, Don is already shielding Bao. I guess
yeah, that would
Don
make sense.
Well, you've created it.
Right.
You don't have to.
I don't have to be maintaining it.
I don't think so.
Cool. Yeah, if there's if it looks like another one is going to explode and there's someone nearby, Don will try to like just create walls and shields as needed to
Okay.
contain.
By the time you defuse this, you can tell that it was within moments of exploding itself. The charge is there. The spirit vine is ready to detonate, but the timer is... it's odd. It seems like it was made from ice. The ice melts enough
Water clock.
and it goes off.
Great way to point at Varric. Very clever. Very clever.
Or the Southern Water
Yeah.
Forces, yeah.
Yep.
Youngsu is like I mean, he might not have anything on him to tend to this guy's injuries, but he is going to try to sort of soothe him as much as possible. I have to go help the others. Did you leave your pack alone?
Were you...
Sorry, this is the injured soldier that he was still.
I was in front of it. I was pulling out my rations.
Have you left it alone?
They were all packed.
By whom?
Someone in logistics.
Okay. We're gonna find out what happened. Rest. It's safe.
Jai starts to once all the packs have been flung off, is starting to count which of the packs have gone off, and in the end, all of them do, except yours.
Yeah.
Where's
Once
the
it was
documentary?
like sufficiently diffused, that would have very slowly set it down and then back the fuck away from it.
In the end, 4 of the soldiers were injured. Nobody's died, but the injuries are severe enough that Jai immediately starts arranging for evacuation. Pyong also is injured. His feet are what took most of the
No.
and he is sitting off the side of the mesa on like a ledge that he created just enough to catch him as he was falling, but his feet are burned very badly, and he
Hey. Don runs over to him.
Ugh. We're not going to be able to proceed.
Let me help you. Come on.
You
Why
can
are
use
you
your
so big?
earthbending to push
And
She
just
does.
a little
She
flex
definitely
scoop.
does.
stuff.
Little sand scoop.
Love that.
I should say you probably didn't have a pack because you weren't officially part of the
That's right.
delegation. You did.
I definitely
It's blown up,
It
but you were
possibly-
safe from it because you had already finished assembling your tent and
Right.
you were in it.
did. Right.
Well, your skin.
So
burns.
also, when I say these explosions, these weren't like the size of the explosion on the thing too, where it like managed to take out a big giant chunk of the hull. This was enough to like injure people,
Yeah.
like
but-
a mailbox.
sort of, but also like not kill them.
Yeah.
Somebody who was even holding the pack directly in front of them, injured severely, but
Yeah.
not enough to destroy them.
Once Jai has gotten control of his soldiers and situations, like Baz's gonna wait, but as soon as possible, they want to talk to Jai again.
What happened?
These are the same kinds of devices that sunk the ship we were on. These are using spirit vines, much like what opened the portal. Bow gestures towards the portal back there. But this is technology. This isn't Kaisuke,
It doesn't look like anything that I've ever seen.
and it's not spirits.
Are you sure about that?
I'm positive.
Isn't that spirit vine?
Yes. You can use a fire in the Water Nation. You can use ice anywhere. You can find it.
Yes, clearly. We're going to have to abort this mission and go home. And then you hear Madrival, who has been like relatively courageous throughout this whole thing, goes, "No, we can't. There's no way that we can abort this."
On whose authority do you speak?
I'm not speaking on anybody's authority. If we go back now, do you know what she'll do to us? What she'll do to me?
No, Madrival, what will she do to you?
This mission has to succeed, otherwise everything that she's hoping for will fail.
And I'm guessing she will, let your relative rot away in prison, go to jail for fraud. What does she have over you?
What are you talking about? She hired me.
That's
I've
all.
already been paid.
Then if you've been paid, you can give her the money back.
I'm not doing that. I earned that money. Bubula, in this business, when somebody gives you a contract, you honor the contract, but at the same time, you look out for number one.
Bow gestures towards the sweeping plane.
Bird.
Oh my god.
Gestures towards the sweeping plains. Document it. The spirit world is here.
There isn't enough light. I can't seem to get any image of the spirit world. All I see is him.
What's wrong with that?
This is a documentary about you colonizing the spirit world, not you floating in space.
Madrival, I think that your documentary may have to change a little bit.
There were explosives planted by people in the packs.
It doesn't look like we're going to be able to get out of here anyway. And Jai points, and there are several shadowy figures emerging from the spirit portal from the real world, and they're moving towards your location. It's still pretty dark here. It's difficult to tell who they are.
Yeah.
Get the injured to safety. Build. Something. Can we build something stronger than a tent to house them in?
A box for the injured.
Yes. Like basically, can you build
That
a
sounds
fucking
like
little
a
No.
Box for the Injured, a sequel to A Prayer for Odin.
Like a sand igloo.
Yeah, like something, a house, a hut, something.
You got it, fam.
You mean a tough Insta-tent?
Yeah.
And like Bao also includes Kyong in that request.
I love it.
I don't know.
Oh, I'll
I'll do
do
my
it.
best. And then he lifts his foot and he like...
No, just rest, okay? I'll take care of it.
Damn it.
The rest of us need to keep moving into the spirit world.
What?
That lets them advance. That lets them come here, show all the damage, and claim that it was the spirit.
Damn it. Right.
Jai's
we have to take the
shakes his
narrative
head.
back.
We're not going to let them do that.
Good.
We're
Yeah.
not.
We have a heightened position. That gives us something.
Ha emerges from underneath your vest. He's been clinging to the inside of it.
Sure.
Huh?
Hey,
Huh?
I know. We don't know what's going on either.
And then you see a flare rise. It's incredibly bright, like a firework. And when it explodes at the top, it showers light all the way down on the mesa.
Does it illuminate? I mean, because it's up there, it may not. But does it illuminate any of the figures coming towards us from the portal?
Oh, that seems interesting. Why don't you assess that situation?
I'd love to.
Why don't you
Whoa.
assess this situation?
Oh my
God.
Never!
What's the...
Snake eyes! It's a 3.
I swear.
No, you
Nope.
can't see them.
Great. Ah, my eyes!
Yeah, so
I'm
bright.
blinded.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
yeah,
fair.
classic.
And then you hear,
Yeah.
colonizers, I'm afraid this is as far as you go.
Youngsu takes a, not a defensive position, but he's sort of starting to draw himself up. Perhaps. On whose authority?
You are under arrest for crimes against the spirit world
Oh no.
by the Southern Water Tribe.
There was ice in these bombs. Do not trust them. I tell the people here. I'm not like shouting for it to carry across.
Hey guys, there's
No.
ice in these bombs.
No, but like I state that to everyone that can hear.
And I think this would be a pretty good point for you to take a 5-minute
I
break.
definitely need to take a quick break and think about this. Whoa.
We don't want to play
Oh,
ads.
Jesus.
Guess what? We have to play some
Okay.
ads so that you don't get ads when we don't want to have ads. If you're a subscriber, though, you get to ask questions while we're playing ads. We will see you shortly. Again, sorry about this.
Water tribe.
Do you need anything?
No, good, thanks. I hate ads because the ads don't do anything for us, like, at all.
Ads give us the sense.
Hey, that's one way of looking at it. So yeah, it's gonna be a few minutes, but again, I'm here, and I know that a whole bunch of you are here, and while they are not here, I am here. So, here, as it were. Gil, I'm not answering that question with players not in the room. But you have not heard the voice before, I guess. Okay, so I guess I did answer the question, but I'll answer it again. Kung Fu Fenris being cryptic in his disapproval of my play yet again. Let's see here. It's difficult being in the spirit realm, isn't it? Maybe not disapproval, but I find that I get a lot of like, what did you screw up? And the answer is I screw up a lot. This is Liz's torso.
Hello.
Oh, I wonder if I have the pieces. Do you think I have the pieces?
Reese's Pieces?
I haven't had Reese's Pieces in a long time.
Oh.
Peanut butter, chocolate, kind of designed for each other.
Whoever thought to combine those two, just a genius.
But wait, are Reese's Pieces peanut butter and chocolate, or are they just like sweet peanut butter in a candy shell? I think they don't have chocolate.
Pieces, yeah, they're in a candy shell, but like it has chocolate flavoring to it.
I mean, I don't know. I never know when it comes to Reese's Pieces. They don't last long enough.
Sounds like
eat
someone who
part of
didn't
it.
go on tours of the Hershey's chocolate factory once every couple of months for years and years of
But
their
you
life.
did?
I did, yeah. That was like our big family outing for some reason.
Was the Hershey's Chocolate Factory?
Yeah, in Smiths Falls. And you would go on a tour, but like you just speed walked through the tour because you wanted to end up in the gift shop where you could get like chocolate and candy for a fraction of the price. In
Like
stores.
wholesale prices?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Considering how often I have been through Smiths Falls and I did not know this, maybe it's a good thing.
That's it. And I think it's closed now too, because all my friends, my like old high school friends, when we heard it was closing, we made a date to like meet up there for one last tour, one last ride.
One last ride.
Oh, hi.
Oh,
Hey,
go back
oh,
to pee.
jeez, Louise. Nice day. Action sequences get us all excited to pee. Are we doing? Are there hot takes happening in the chat, or should I not? Should I not look?
I mean, no, there's more of a question of like whether, first of all, there was a question asked like whether whether it was a voice, the voice that I heard, whether it was a voice that you'd heard before. And
Right.
the answer is no.
Okay. It's good to know. Well, there you go.
Some break jot time.
Poppin' ass.
Poppin'. Ah.
Hey, I can say it. It's not a sound clip. Just some words I strung together in a particular order. I'm so sorry.
I literally had a spoonful of peanut butter before I came out here. Like a protein shot.
Super underrated. Well, not underrated. I think most people know how awesome that is to just. I have absolutely in the past taken a tub of peanut butter and an apple, and just spread the peanut butter on the apple and then eaten it like a fucking animal. Just
I do
like
have apples
just
here.
like dip apples in peanut
I
butter.
have apples here and I have peanut butter.
Oh my god, it's a good. Look, I love it as a snack. Delish.
I don't think I have any jam here. I think I have apple jelly.
Very specific thing to have.
And there isn't a whole lot of jam or jelly that goes on in here.
Yeah, no, that's fair. No, I meant more so Kung Fu Fenris that I'm just like, as I think a lot of people perhaps slice their apples so that it's like got a pleasing kind of, like here's some apple slices on a plate. It's like quite pleasing, right? Maybe you have some cheese on the side or whatever. I was just like, there's peanut butter all over my face. I'm dunking it back in the peanut butter.
We're making
I'm
Orange
sorry.
upset. Okay, so
Yeah, right.
You know what sucks? I can't even say it.
Yeah. Yeah, so I am sorry.
I'm
hoping that changes.
I am a child, Flower of August, and I only eat apples. Or not only, but if I have an apple, I will slice that apple
hell
before
yeah.
I eat it. I don't like eating apples on their own because as a child, I have I was scared of touching the core of an apple because people are like, those seeds have cyanide in them.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll die. And I'd be like, no, I don't want that. So I cut apples because then you can't eat the core. And I'm a child, and this is the way that it's always been. Here's Scott, 2 torsos.
Hello. We have a mutual friend whose mom told her growing up that the small seeds inside of sweet peppers, were toxic, like to humans, and gave her a complex forever, and presumably only learned maybe in her 20s or 30s that is fully not true.
Why can't Orangia have Peanut butter?
living
There's
in-
somebody with a peanut allergy where they are.
Oh.
It's rough. It is, especially involuntary. But it is not forever, is all I'm going to say. That's important. It's going through Fenrir. And I'm not even sure if I would request the film proof of it.
There.
Yeah.
I've
Up the fan.
upped the fan. Is that better? Do you feel it, Mr. Krabs?
My God!
I mean, I do feel it, but I don't like if other people want more fan.
I am good.
Great.
I'm good.
Let us know if it's now pointing at the microphone.
Mhm. Or anything.
Yeah, we'd rather not have like annoying
see it
fan
going through.
drone. But I have a feeling like it's far enough away that everything will be okay.
Yeah,
Flower
I
of
can see
August.
that this is actually swaying in the wind, so yeah.
We'll see.
The answer, my friend.
Singing.
Are we ready to return to your?
Imminent doom.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Rock on. Let's get those snake eyes out of here. Fuck off. The ones. Get that shit.
Why? What is with you and cursed dice, man?
It's just these.
I think that's what you said the last.
Throw down your weapons. Let's go.
Fuck it. Yeah. Fuck it. Young-Soo steps forward. He is not putting his weapon down, but it is also not out. It's on his back. We need to talk. I understand what you've come here to do, but we have come here under false pretenses.
Jai barks out, "We're in an elevated, defended position. You have no hope of assaulting this."
Jai, we don't want a fight.
No, it's good for them to know that we aren't going down easy.
We don't want to fight, but we're also not going to lose if they decide to bring one.
I mean, that's hot. Yeah, no, agreed.
Dawn pauses, making beds for the injured to take a half second.
The man dies because he didn't get a bed fast enough.
Some of Jai's uniform has got like
Oh.
a few random scorch marks on it, but it hasn't actually been
She
you know,
takes
taken out.
a few more.
That's her cousin.
Can I see abs?
Kate
Can I
can
see
take a half
abs?
second.
Can I see his abs?
Jesus.
You cannot see Jai's abs at
Okay,
this time.
All right, okay.
That's your thing.
At this time. Right.
He's not wearing your outfit.
I appreciate it.
You're already detonating spiritual weapons up there.
Is that coming from?
Yeah, from the group assembled that is approaching the mesa.
I'm sorry. You entered after the bombs went off. How would you happen to know that?
There's residual spiritual energy surrounding you.
And how would you happen to know so much about spiritual bombs?
Because we know that you're... Sorry, let me just make sure that I say this correctly. I don't want to fuck this particular sentence up.
Yeah.
This is an important sentence.
Okay.
Because we know who provided the weaponry.
Was it you?
No.
Waterbenders?
And then you hear off like, hey.
The weeniest waterbender.
Put a pin in that. We'll be coming back
Oh,
to
we're
you.
gonna come back. Yeah, that's the squealer. Let's fuck him up.
Send that person up here.
Get him.
Oh no. What if Doggo tries to touch?
Oh boy.
Oh no. Good luck.
All one word, Flower of August for quote ad or ad quote.
Yeah. It doesn't like spaces.
Hey. If you know who provided this weaponry, then you also know that it was detonated as an attack against us.
Seems like you're doing just fine to me. Which means that some of you are victims and some of you... But we can make this easy on you. Return the mirror scale, and we'll escort you from the spirit world, and then no further action need be taken.
Wish
And then
we
Jai is like, Fool, we don't have the mirror scale.
Yeah, wish we had it. That would really make this easy.
You have the mirror scale. We know you do.
Shrugs.
Don is looking for a window of opportunity to slip away and meet up with Spirit McGee.
Okay. Sounds like you're trying to sneak away.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that you're pushing your luck here.
All right. Could this count as prepared? I forget what prepared does.
Oh,
is
clear it
that-
to take +1.
Take +1 to an appropriate roll.
After the roll.
Cool.
Or you avoid marking a condition.
Gotcha. Okay, so that is 7.
Okay.
I will leave it.
So I will let you sneak away, but I am going to put the condition of guilty upon you because you're abandoning your party.
This is fair. I would like to spend my prepared
Okay,
to
you're
avoid
prepared
marking
to
that.
spend. You are not.
You
Shove the guilt aside.
Yeah, the guilt. You were like, I knew
Fuck
you were gonna
guilt.
get here. Fuck you. This is important.
Whatever. I'll probably end up with no face anyway.
Yikes.
Okay, so you're headed towards the spirit who promised to take you to Co.
Correct.
Okay. Are you bringing anyone with you?
I mean, she tries to make eye contact with her party members so that they know that she's leaving.
So
But she's not like,
Now
come with me
chiming
to certain death.
Young Su and Bao.
Yeah, like Bao already knows.
Is Jai? Are you making contact with Jai?
No.
Yeah, right.
Trouble in paradise.
No, it's just she doesn't want him to be
No.
worried.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Or
an
an
alt.
alt.
Stop her from going.
Yeah.
No.
That's it.
I feel like that's useful. Just me.
I
Just
think
me.
Don feels really bad asking anyone.
That's super
So
fair.
anyone who chooses to, great. But she's not going to be like, come with me. It's incredibly dangerous.
Come with me if you want to die.
Pretty much.
I don't want to die. That would be against my code.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Most people's, I think.
I love this side drama we're having of
The
Doggo
hedgehog.
and Hedgehog. Yeah.
Yeah. Doggo and the hedgehog.
Look, hedgehogs can be some serious doggo problems. So
They're so interesting.
okay, look. Clearly, you have information. We have information. We know things. You know things. We can negotiate this, but one way or the other, you will no longer harm the spirit realm.
We haven't touched it. Whoever
here,
planted
aren't
these
you?
bombs did. Bao sweeps their arms open, like showing that, they aren't armed, and will start sort of slowly moving towards the edge of the plateau.
Not one step further until you identify yourself.
Bao, looks to the other people on the plateau, briefly noting the absence of Don, and then,
Well,
waits to see if anyone...
There's about
From our
20 of these ostensibly Water Tribe
sure.
members here, and your forces are down to 11 soldiers.
That's fair.
4 were injured, and Kyung can no longer help either.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's okay.
I'd love to speak more closely.
Jai is like, I'm not sending you out there. They'll just take you.
Let them. Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, damn. All right.
One second.
Glug, glug, glug. I'm not your cousin right now. I am your GM.
What?
Stop talking like this.
Hot.
I'm not even your fiance.
So good.
Hot. Also hot. Jai has no response to that. He's gonna let you go.
Oh, leans slightly forward, sees what the opposing group says,
Just you.
Just me. Oh, does that? Well, no, actually, they're gonna do this because, they're coming down the side of a bit of a slope, so they don't want to face plant.
You're gonna air scoot.
I think, yeah. Val will use some of their air bending to support them so that they can
Slow
come
their
down.
descent down
Yeah, come
properly.
down sort of gently.
We were told that you had an airbender with you. Okay. So, your name.
Someone bow.
Are you the leader of this expedition?
No.
Who is?
The military leader would be General Jai. Bow gestures towards Jai. But the spiritual leader would be Kyong. Gestures towards Kyong. Or the first colonist, so-called, with no intention of actually colonizing, would be
Youngster.
and Young-Soo.
Mhm.
Gestures. So,
I am Sipik. Special Forces of the Southern Water Tribe. SIPIQ.
thank you.
We have reason to believe that you've stolen an artifact known as the Mirror Scale. We also have reason to believe that your intention is to assist Councilwoman Takata in colonizing the spirit realm.
I cannot help you with the mirror scale. We know that it was on the person of Tarka? No, wrong T.
Oh,
Tatik.
Tatik.
On the person of Tatik.
Tatik! And then there's this, rustle among these very disciplined water tribe members.
He either was one of you or pretending to be one of you. We don't know. He had many layers to him.
He is not one of us.
He was carrying it for years, to our understanding.
He's responsible for the weapons that you are currently holding.
Oh.
He's been delivering spirit vines to the Earth Kingdom for
Val
years.
openly shows their
Fuck.
most of their reaction to this of well, fuck.
Oh my god.
Oh, god damn it.
We gotta punch him in the face.
Wait.
We were following him. There was a combustion bender who blew up. So Bao relays the basic facts of blew up the embassy.
Mm-hmm.
He was gone. His pack was there. We found the pack. All that was in it was Sawan gold. Sawan gold no longer has value. So Bao will summarize as much of this as he's willing to listen to.
In that pack was a package that Tatik had been carrying with him this entire time. We believe that it contained the mirror scale.
It wasn't there when we found his pack.
I want you to roll me your trick.
Yeah.
You're
For sure.
you.
9.
Okay, so you can pick one. Young-Soo.
Leaning in towards, I guess, Jai, probably. We're close together. I don't know if we can necessarily trust them, but I believe that they must be aligned against the councilwoman as well.
That technically makes them our enemy. And that means that if there's a conflict, my orders are to engage.
If that's true, General, then you've made enemies of us all. And I think you know that.
There's this moment of just oh, fuck.
I am sorry. I don't wish to force you to be disloyal to one side or another, to your family, to your orders. But we're doing what we know is right. And what is right is not the colonization of the spirit world.
Roll me your plead.
Yeah.
Back to you.
I always have trouble with this one. To me, my goal is to, I guess, they overcommit, they're deceived for some time. I want him to believe that we don't have the scale.
They're not going to
That
press
we don't
you
know. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
in the near future about
Right.
like we still think you might have the
Yeah.
scale. Okay. Fine.
So, but we haven't seen him since, so he might have taken it and left with it.
Sawan Bao, you are still responsible for attempting to colonize the spirit world, something that we will not stand for.
The explosions that you saw or knew were going to happen somehow. Can you explain that? Bombs were planted in the packs of these soldiers that are simply following orders. They had ice in them.
Those weapons are responsible for somebody who has been masquerading as one of us. Tatik has never been a member of the Seven Water Tribe Special Forces. He's a Northern Water Tribe member, and one who has been deliberately acting against our interests.
How did you know about the bombs?
Because we've been tracking him. We believed that he's held on to the mirror scale this entire time since it was taken from Kyoshi Island. We also believe, in fact, know, that he was responsible for delivering parts, including Spirit Vine technology, towards certain Earth Kingdom cities. Cities that we know Councilwoman Takata has visited over the past 5 years.
These bombs were planted. We had no interest in causing any damage to the spirit world. We are attempting to...
Colonize.
No.
And then somebody says, "You're pretty brave coming here all by yourself."
I am, because I'm being truthful with you. And if you will strike down someone who is unarmed, who is simply speaking the truth, then you are cowards.
You're not unarmed. You're an airbender.
I can't stop breathing, unfortunately.
We've got a point. Shut up, Jerry.
Jerry!
God
20
damn
of
it.
you and one of me. I am here as unarmed as I can be.
The result of your plead?
10.
Smexy.
Right?
There's another reason you decided to come into the spirit world, isn't it? Whatever it is, you're going to have to do it before you leave. Because if Takata catches you outside of that portal, I don't think you'll survive. My cousin's down there doing something braver than I could possibly be capable of. But I can do the next best thing. You're going to have to leave. You're going to have to run. And I will buy you whatever time you need. Do you understand?
I understand. Don't sell yourself short. You're a brave man.
Take the Oda Bounty Hunter and the Kyoshi Warrior. Go. And if you see her, tell Don that I'm sorry. And you hear a sharp popping sound, something that Fire Nation soldiers use to get attention amongst themselves, as he lets loose some small blasts in one of his hands.
Young-Soo nods. You'll be able to tell her yourself, but I will. And he takes 2 steps back, and then he starts to run for now and timing.
Soldiers, bind your hands and your knees and sit. We're surrendering. Go.
Yeah, he's already he's
Sayla starts
yeah.
starts running along next to you. What's he doing?
He's buying us some time
For what?
for us to expose the councilwoman, to get what we need, to get what we came here for.
And you see Madrival standing there, and he sees you starting to leave, and he sees all the soldiers who are incredibly disciplined, as they have this whole thing where one of them ties and cinches and then is going down the line and basically binding each one of them so that they can't easily firebend. And then he looks back to you, and there's this like, what do I do? What do you do?
Young Su halts in his track and extends an arm towards Madrigal. Do you want to make a story that's going to live in the minds of the people for years to come?
Bubble, I thought you never asked. He starts like hustling his way to the other side of the mesa.
I love that he's his own crew, too. That's awesome.
Yeah, where's the sound guy?
Mike, there's a mic on the camera. What do you need a
it's
sound
not-
guy
it's
for?
Shotgun.
Just kidding.
Shotgun.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know. They
Shotgun.
develop technology slightly differently.
His
Yeah.
little boom pole that he has jammed.
Yes! As soon as you agree to an interview, you're like injected with a microphone.
What?
Lives in your flesh.
Oh,
Oh, God, the
horrible.
quality's amazing.
Yeah.
Seems like something.
What are you
very
doing?
original.
Are you ready to go? Who's coming with you?
Dawn looks behind, but assumes she's gonna see nothing.
So,
Well,
where are you headed?
Not quite true, actually.
Uh,
The thought, and I'm addressing my two compatriots here for a moment here. The thought was if Young Su was to like have to lead the army to distract them, that he was going to go to the Oasis and like do
And do
something
what?
there. He was going to talk to some spirits. Don't worry about it.
Amazing.
But I think he and Kai Ming and now Oda and Madrival are going to follow along with Don.
All right.
So they're heading towards.
So she
Don.
turns, expecting to be like, "No, what?" And then,
I love that.
Four people and a camera.
Bow,
oh my God.
return to your camp and deliver them this message. We will not tolerate any resistance. It's either going to be that you come willingly, or we will take you by force.
Where are you taking us?
We're leaving. And he looks at the spirit portal behind them,
And who is on the other side of that portal?
and that he does not answer.
Who is on the other side of that portal?
You have your message. I suggest you deliver it.
I'm not walking into my death. I'm not walking into being extinguished so
If
that
you
you
surrender,
can claim that we were colonizing, so you can claim that the spirits attacked us.
if you surrender, then we will follow the rules of engagement. You will be taken as prisoners of war.
I don't know you from a stranger on the street. You claim to be special forces. You know of Tatik. You claim to be against the occupation, yet you know of the attack. I have no reason to trust you, sir, and you perhaps have no reason to trust me.
Then we're at an impasse.
How can we cross it? As you
With
can see,
love. Bam.
Bao glances over their
Fancy
shoulder.
beak.
As you can see, we are making moves to.
It's
Yeah.
the surrender is not visible yet.
Oh, okay, great then.
It's on the
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
center of the
great.
mesa.
How can we cross it?
I'm giving you the chance to go back to your camp so that you can discuss with the rest of your team. I've told you what's going to happen, one way or the other. You can surrender or we can fight.
Who is on the other side of that portal?
Republic City.
And who is controlling Republic City today?
At the moment, I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure. It's either going to be Takata or it's going to be Water Tribe Representative. Redact.
Famed redacted water tribe representative.
Perhaps you understand why I'm uncertain. Because if it is Takata, we are all in trouble.
Then you understand why I'm in my position. Because either way, you are screwed. But we'll at least have you. You're outnumbered 2-1. I suggest you make the right choice.
I'll return to my camp. I hope you have the honor you claim. Bao takes 1 step back, 2 steps back, and then turns their back.
Just like, "Ah!"
But like actually turns their back to return up the
Okay.
hill.
Nice.
So like shows their back to them
Mm.
and heads up. the
You
hill.
are
Unaccosted?
unaccosted, sure. Oh, by the time you get up to the top of the mesa, you see that
Basically.
all of the soldiers, with the exception of Zhao, have their wrists and ankles tied, or knees, I should
Yeah.
say.
He won't tell us what's waiting on the other side.
We're surrendering. Bow. I can't do this anymore. I'm not throwing away the lives of these soldiers for someone who doesn't even have Sauron's best interests at heart.
But you and I do.
Which is why I want you to do what you can to find out however we can get out of this mess. And I'll buy you the time. Young Su, now Oda, and Don have already left. But they're not far, and I'm sure you can catch up with them. Oh, and Sayla. But we're gonna do it without bloodshed. We're gonna do it because it's what's right.
So they intend to march you back to the portal for crimes against the spirit world, for attempting to colonize.
They don't have jurisdiction here. Neither do we.
Of course. I'm not sure if I can read their bluff. I don't know if they're genuine or whether they're just another tool in Takata's arsenal trying to weed us out.
Were they responsible for the bombs?
They claim not to be.
Yet why do I get the feeling like somebody else was? The answers may lie further into the spirit world. With your friends. The ones who've proven that they may not be on Sauron's side, but they're on your side. And maybe that's what we need.
I want my side to be Sauron's side and your side. I want the Sauron side to be that of good.
See if you can find out how to deal with all of this. And then he escorts you away from the other soldiers. And if you do have the mirror scale, make sure no one ever finds it again.
If Dawn could, I know that's what she'd do.
Done.
Don't do something that's going to hurt her.
He looks up and his eyes are shining. I owe her too much to do that.
Good. Because I can't kick your ass if you're dead.
Get out of here.
No. Steps back, steps back, steps back.
Please tell me that you step back like
Yeah, off the edge.
Yes!
Oh, got that air back.
Gravity works differently in here.
the boomy, but the opposite, right?
Yeah,
Like, just
I
like-
was thinking about
Oh, it's okay.
Milo's
Oh,
airbending.
Oh my god. Oh, Milo. Best character?
yeah, for sure.
As you start to fall off, you hear, "What's about to happen, I take responsibility for, none of you. But the fact that you're following orders means that all of you..." And then you hit the bottom of the mesa.
Oh, scuttles off.
So now you're on the other side of the mesa than the
Mm-hmm.
special forces.
Yeah.
So they can't see you or interact with you currently.
Bow scuttles off in the distance of the disappearing specks on the horizon.
You can catch up relatively
Great.
quickly.
Airbending.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just walking.
I Naruto run.
Yeah, a Naruto run, exactly. It totally works. If you're an airbender, it would work.
That's faster, right?
Yeah, I think so. Less resistant.
Yeah, conservation of energy.
Hey. You're all here?
We have to do this. Oh, and plus, this is Madrigal. He's gonna be documenting this, aren't
Oh.
you?
Hi. You know that nothing on the spirit side will show up on your camera, right?
What?
What?
It'll document mortals fine,
But
but
it's so heavy.
well, no one asked me. Or clearly
Or
anyone
young,
with,
I guess.
with
Yeah.
any knowledge of the spirit world. It
I'm not part of the expedition. Takata asked me to come personally.
yeah. Well, it'll take testimonials fine, right?
I suppose.
You should know what we're here to do, Madrigal, if you don't already.
Yes, you should know what's going on. Oh. Don't worry. Everything's going to be fine. The debt's already been paid.
Thank you.
Although I wouldn't mind a snack. And Ha just
Oh!
trembles,
Is it
clinging to
oh,
your side.
Is it possible that Young-Soo happens to have some, wreckage,
Some choice weed.
some choice weed? No, some wreckage from one of the Spirit Vine bombs.
I'm feeling generous.
Okay. To offer. I
Ah.
cannot offer you this snack, but I can perhaps offer you this strange device, which is already safe because it explodes.
This is designed to break.
Somebody took advantage of the powers that can be found here,
Yes.
merged it with bending of their own.
Yes, I can smell who made this.
Who? Can you...
A waterbender.
Can you sense more than that?
Smelled of stewed prunes. Sea prunes.
No.
Doesn't necessarily...
Yeah. It would
want my dessert, motherfuckers!
Tintal! God damn it!
Here's the main course!
Oh my,
my God.
god! Today's dessert.
God. So good. No, it's
It
perfect.
doesn't necessarily give us any concrete information. Don't jump to conclusions.
I'm not jumping to conclusions, but you know that Tatik's been all over this since the beginning.
Okay, so I'm trying to keep calm and measured in anticipation of my meeting with Ko. Thinking that Tatik may have been working against us this whole time is really not helpful in that endeavor. So I'm going to need us to speculate after
Got
I
it.
speak to the spirit that might steal my face if I show emotions. Thank you so much.
Now, I am going to give the three of you
Unbelievable.
players an offer. You are about to meet Ko in his realm. The way that we can do this is either I will call for rolls for you to not reveal emotion when I deem it appropriate based on your character's actions. Or I will call for rolls when you display emotion on your faces. You can choose, but you have to all pick the same one. Now, I will point out that you still get a roll if you break, and also if you break out of character, that doesn't count.
Like if chat says something funny.
If chat says something, then that doesn't count. Or if we're like, I gotta like get up and do a thing, and then people are like, oh, and if it's clear that we're out of character, then it won't count. But
This is tricky because Don would be better at this than me. My poker face is notoriously terrible.
It's also pretty bad, actually. Yeah, that's fair.
Meanwhile, I was like, well, you folks are trained actors.
Oh, yeah, you'd think so.
Keep a straight face.
We're not like living room Shakespeare troupe worthy, though,
Oh,
right?
right.
You know,
Jimmy
not that
Wood.
trained.
More after
hey, I have given suck.
Oh, whoa! Oh, right. What did you call me?
I know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me.
Yeah, that's good. I
I
mean,
don't know.
it's tough.
It is tough.
I mean,
I could always just ask chat.
There's also the question of Don would make it very clear before we enter Ko's realm that anyone who doesn't feel 100% confident in their
yeah,
like composure when speaking to him should not speak to him.
I mean, that's fair.
Like, she would be wearing her tour guide pants and be very bossy. So that is another thing too. Anyone in the party who felt like they
Someone give
didn't
Kate
want to
just
do
pulling
it.
out some pants.
Tour guide pants.
No, that's super fair.
So that is a
would be-
thing.
Yeah. Although I don't think Youngsu would take the offer though. In that case,
He would want to meet.
yeah, I think
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
We're all in it to win it, you know.
Which is it?
Oh.
Or do I ask chat instead?
I like the idea of letting chat
Me
decide.
too. Let's
Yeah,
do
look.
it.
Well,
Chat,
this
what
is-
do you think?
This is why we have chat
Interactive.
here.
Hi,
This is-
Chat.
this is now going to be up to you. I am going to start a poll.
What about the tagalongs? Now hasn't said a goddamn thing.
That was very competent.
Timing's already wearing makeup.
Ooh.
Players' expressions or characters' expressions. So this is now Ko is the face stealer, and you lose your face if Ko notices that you have shown an emotion on your face. So if you greet him neutrally, such as how I am doing now, he cannot steal your face. My question is, do I roll to check whether he gets to face steal if the characters break expression or if the players do? The poll is live. It lasts for 1 minute. There you go. The tagalongs are not under their control, so this isn't about them. They're completely under my control. So, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not about you to start worrying about my expression.
Completely neutral conversation of John with himself.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with the fact that, like, my switching back and forth between it will make it very difficult to tell whose expression I'm wearing
That's
at any one
honestly
point in
fair.
time.
This-
And I would just lie if I didn't know the answer.
Hey, well, hey, look, it's fair.
I was sneering as Ko, and then I became
Yeah,
Kai Ming, and
yeah.
now she's got no face because I didn't change my face.
Oh shit! Damn.
Whoop.
There's a lot of time left in
We
this poll.
steal Sayla's face and put it back on Kai Ming. Oh boy.
What?
What? Don't.
It would
don't
just be
worry.
the same face.
Well, exactly.
And yeah.
Oh, I see.
Well, there it is, folks.
Oh my goodness.
The vast majority have asked that it be the player's expression, as I had very little doubt.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
Excuse me while I just
Dance
smoke
for
a
me,
doob
monkey.
real quick.
Then you might find things funny, and then you'll be in trouble. Depends on the dude.
All right, give me a few hours and then I'll get into tired mode and then I'll just be like this.
Well, there you go.
Let's put the doob off cam. Jeez.
We're just
It's
joking
legal
about
here.
it here.
It's legal.
making a funny joke.
Okay. So,
Jabus.
neutral?
Our streamerversary is coming up in 2 weeks. We'll help
Whoa.
celebrate this milestone with your viewers. So help. Never mind.
I guess I want to ask, out of character, just just so I'm clear on the stakes here. Is it known whether Ko has ever returned a face?
Yes. Sorry.
No, that's great. Good. I was asking. you.
Famously, sorry, not famously,
Not
but he
famously.
has.
Okay.
He was made to return. Somebody's face. I was reading his backstory on the wiki.
Okay.
But he was made to return one face.
Yeah.
Rock on.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that.
No. I demanded 10 in sacrifice or whatever. Some bullshit, probably. God damn. Okay. So we don't like my odds.
It's not great.
So the air around you grows cold. In this part of the spirit realm, far away from the mesa now, there's you were in a more of a swamp area. If you'll remember the area in which Avatar Aang encountered Ko. So there are gnarled trees that rise up from the ground and lots of small little ponds with perfect reflections. The air here is thick with humidity and it smells of life, of peat. Ko is now in your presence, and therefore your expressions are now being monitored in 30 seconds, so you can get your, that out. Also, if I make you laugh out of character, it doesn't count.
I mean, that's fair.
If I, make a joke, I'm not trying to, break your... So, you finally decided to meet. And the slithering of Ko's form just coalesces around Don. And the face of a young man, dark skin, short hair, blinks.
Hello, Ko.
You decided to meet me on my terms.
It felt like the polite thing to do.
And you've brought friends.
Yes.
Did you know that I was to be met when you arrived here in the spirit realm?
It was part of our path.
Your path? Interesting. Young Su, your path seems to change here and there, depending on the whims of you and your friends.
A path is not always straight. Sometimes it requires for us to make large detours in order to find a better way to the truth.
Harsh detours. A large detour would have saved your village. We could have simply had the train go around Andong, couldn't we? No matter. You're here now. See anything you like? The face switches and then comes up with a water tribe woman. Did you bring me what I asked for?
Out of character.
Oh.
Do I remember what? Yeah. Did he ask for something?
He wants the. I mean, he never specifically asked you for anything.
Okay, fair enough.
Asked you for anything.
I am not sure what you asked for. Did you make a deal with Takata?
Yes.
I would appreciate knowing more about this deal.
If I get what I want, I can return one face. Where is the mirror scale?
What is it you want with the mirror scale?
My reasonings are simple, really. Being able to see what's going on in your world is so much more interesting sometimes, wouldn't you say?
I would say what happens here is infinitely more interesting than what happens in the mortal realm most of the time. It is interesting that you are focused on the mortal realm.
Ah, but being able to shift the mortal realm, knowing that what I do here could have repercussions, is very tempting. Takata promised me the mirror scale. Are you here to deliver it?
We are here because you requested a meeting with me.
What is it that you want from me, young seeker? The location of the library? I would never be able to tell you where it is.
I am confident in my ability to find it.
I see.
I would very much like to know the history of your relationship with Takata. The timeline of your correspondence.
Now you are simply making demands.
I am asking with utmost respect.
But nothing to trade.
If there is something in my power to give.
There's always something. And then his face blinks, and then now it comes up with a rat's hissing face. I could always use one more.
My face is not up for trade.
One of your friends.
Neither is theirs.
I don't have a Kyoshi warrior.
I'm sure you can find makeup somewhere.
You will never have a Kyoshi warrior. I am afraid, Great Spirit, we're not in the habit of giving away the face of that who inspires us. And her strength outmatches even yours.
I have something to offer.
Oh, really?
It may not be what you're expecting.
Why don't you tell me? Young Su, what do you have to offer? I have no need for your little friend. Unit.
That's a cake. That's a cake.
That's a cake.
Poker.
That's
That's fine. I'm not going to count that.
It's good. Good, buddy. What I offer you is knowledge of a safe future if you aid us. You have struck a deal with the councilwoman. She is to offer you something. You help her in return. You give her something in return.
The councilwoman assured me that she would be in charge of Republic City by year's end.
What you may not know, because you do not have a way of peering into the mortal realm, is that the councilwoman is also attempting to take over this plane. She will make war against you, against all spirits, and she will attempt to destroy you if you do not give her what she wants.
Ridiculous. There is absolutely no way that she could possibly manage to take the spirit world.
There was a vanguard sent today.
And what progress have they made? One simple camp that has already been destroyed? You attempt to deceive me. I have to say I'm flattered. It will not work.
It's not my intention. I wanted to try to express to you how dangerous it is to make a deal with someone like her. She will stop at nothing. You will return the face, and she will take all of the other ones that you own.
Is that so?
She has already taken so much.
You can prove it right here and now. We could simply ask the mirror scale. You could ask the mirror scale what would happen if you were to show it or give it to me, and it would tell you what's going on this other side. We are still relatively close to Republic City. We'd be able to find out whether or not she could take advantage of such an offer. Why don't you do it? Pull out the mirror scale, one of you, and we can see what will happen.
What is it that she offered to you in exchange for his face back?
The mirror scale.
And so if we give it to you, that's not her giving it to you.
I assume that you're here on her behalf.
We are not.
Ah. Then is there something that I can take from you in exchange for the mirror scale?
Take from us, don't you mean give? Or do you wish to take two things?
I may have misspoken. Damn it. That's my joke.
Yeah,
not-
I'm like, John. Yeah, sorry, John. I didn't want to, like, jump on you. Yeah.
Then what is it that you want?
What if we gave you Takata's face?
I have no need.
I thought you wanted to collect more. Is hers not to your liking? She could then be with the face she so desires.
She'll already have given me her face by the end of this.
That is relieving to hear.
You don't believe that I would let her walk away, do you?
I do not know you.
No, you don't. Yet you bring me a seeker. The face blinks again, and now it's of a man, an earthbender, who looks suspiciously like Don. It's such a shame, isn't it?
What is, Great Spirit?
That you never had the chance to see what it would be like to have this face look down at you and smile. I could smile for you now.
How did you meet him? Did he venture into your domain, or did you venture into his?
He came here, seeking knowledge. He wanted to know where the library was, and thought that I had the answer. No matter whether I have the answer or not, he will never see the library. Wan Shitong and I do not get along. We are not the best of
You
friends.
should have known better than to ask you for such knowledge.
Perhaps. Is that why you're not asking?
I believe I can find it of my own accord.
Interesting.
I believe I have the skills required to find it. I believe you have other interests in your mind,
I do.
such as observing the mortal realm
Yes.
through the mirror scale.
To observe the face that I'm going to take. I will take Takata's face. I will be able to lead Republic City.
How can you lead Republic City?
Once Takata has Republic City, and I have Takata, It is only child's play.
Particularly if there is a settlement on this side of the portal. She can conduct all her business in her new settlement. Clever.
You are not so foolish.
No, I see your plan. I see the angles. I was waiting for you to show this face. I knew it would come.
He does not look pleased.
What is it that you wanted from Dawn? She came all the way to you. She had no need to.
A better deal if you can offer one. But if Takata is not going to get the mirror scale, then Takata cannot have a face back. Is our business concluded?
What's Madrigal doing right now?
Hiding behind a rock,
Fair.
but listening.
Okay.
Madrigal is not terribly confident in his ability to not display emotion.
Right. There's no recording happening.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
He can't record Ko.
I wasn't sure if maybe because Ko was
Except-
wearing a face.
The face might work
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting.
because the faces that he steals are not spirits.
Right.
To be perfectly clear, you had a deal with Councilwoman Takata
Yes.
that you would return her fiance's face
Yes.
in exchange for the mirror scale.
Not her fiance's face. His whole being. In exchange for the mirror scale.
That you would reincarnate this person in exchange for the mirror scale. After which time, you have every intention of controlling the mortal realm through Takata, through Takata's face and her newfound power.
Yes.
It would seem we have a lot to discuss.
But seeing as how you will stop me from this, I see no reason to honor the agreement any longer. If you can offer me a better one, perhaps you would like to know the location of the library. Perhaps you would like to have Andong returned. Or perhaps you would like to see your family secure and free from Takata's influence.
I'm good, thanks.
I can tell you who stole the gold.
Don't care.
I could tell you how to bring your village back.
It is so tempting, Great Spirit. But progress does not move in reverse.
You feel 6 tiny little things squeeze at your rib cage. Reassuringly.
That's nice.
And maybe you would like this face for your own. But if you have nothing to offer, then there is no business to be had here.
We have a lot to discuss. We will take our leave for the time being. Thank you, Great Spirit.
As you wish. And you feel the slithering against your calves as the spiritual, non-corporeal form snakes its way through your band and then...
Youngsu,
You are now no longer in any danger of
mm-hmm. Youngsu immediately covers his face with his hands as much as possible and, like, you know, lets out a silent scream, essentially. Just, you know.
You feel Ha climb up your chest and then onto your hand. Just as like extra shielding for your face.
What a sweetheart.
Have you ever heard tell of Ko having any sort of magical reincarnation powers?
He's given faces back in the past.
But lives?
I don't know.
Can you roll me your skills and training, please?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, if you fail, you just won't know the answer. There won't be any penalty otherwise.
That's 9. 10.
10?
Oh, yeah.
The person whose face is being offered has been gone for so long. It would just be a corpse.
What Ko offers isn't possible.
Or what Ko is offering is not what.
It sounds like, yeah.
It's whatchamacallit.
Trick.
What are those horrible monkey's paw? It's a
Oh,
monkey's paw.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's a monkey otter's paw.
That's a good one. I like that, yeah. Even smaller things.
Yeah.
Takata doesn't know because she never cared to do any actual research on this place. What he's offering isn't what she wants. It isn't what I want. I'm sure it would be twisted in some way to not be what either of you want. He might believe he's serving you in some way, but it's not.
I can't fault her for grieving. I can't fault her for wanting something back that she lost, but
She may have made the deal immediately in that moment of weakness.
knowing everything that she's done since, and knowing that she and Ko, what the mirrors, oh no, I wasn't there, so I don't know what the mirror scale showed, but knowing that she intends to just accumulate more and more power, she wouldn't stop there.
No, she wants to link Republic City with the spirit world and rule over all of it.
But now we know why. Or at least,
We have all
We
the
know why
more
she's starting.
incentive to stop it because she's not clever enough to not fall into Ko's trap.
Madrigal,
Madrigal is behind the rock. Sweat is pouring down his face, and his hand is trembling, holding the camera.
did you get any of that?
All of it.
Great.
I mean, I have no idea how you're going to explain a floating face, but
It's the spirit world.
what they said.
This is either going to be enough to denounce her or turn her to our side.
To our side.
Kaiming just kind of like her mouth just goes.
I feel like Youngsu's also goes,
That might be the path of least resistance.
I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. You can't be serious. Surely you can't be serious.
If the recording
Come.
worked,
I'm serious, and don't call me Shirley.
if the recording worked, we have recorded evidence of him admitting to deceiving her, to double-crossing her, and stealing her face. Wouldn't you want to bargain with us after that?
What could she possibly offer us?
Stand down, give up.
I don't think she will. I'm willing to try, but I truly do not believe that she will ever give up any of the power that she's so desperately clawed for herself. I think it needs to be removed from her forcefully.
Well, we have a backup deal. Turning this over to Ko in exchange for stealing her face. That's the path that is deemed correct. It's messed up, but there is a part of me that feels that this would actually do some of the least amount of damage with Ko.
That just having her disappear would be better for the world? Is that what you need?
People wouldn't be able to get it if it was with him.
But what could he do with it?
A lot of bad stuff. It's true. I just think we should go to her with this knowledge and see what she says.
Maybe we have enough.
Evidence.
I know we do.
Give her the opportunity to end things on her terms, with a bit of grace retained, or go public.
Kaiming, will you speak out when the time comes? It would mean putting your sister and your parents in danger, I know.
I've been away from home for a long time. Whatever mistakes my sister made, whatever mistakes my parents made, they're not worth this. I will speak.
How did you leave things at the camp? Is everyone okay?
They were surrendering and going over hopefully peacefully.
What?
It was Jai's choice.
The special forces were looking to take us in for
They
this.
they had us outnumbered, and Jai didn't want to see anyone else hurt. I made him promise he'd be okay.
Loves to follow orders or something.
Specifically, his orders were to resist. His orders were to do battle.
I think orders to not get hurt.
Yeah, Bao's orders, not
Yeah.
the...
Mhm.
Yeah. We have to help them.
We can, and we will. You know this means that he's doing something for himself, right? With the goal of protecting you in mind, maybe?
That's very sweet. And then you see that there is a shard of ice that is pointed directly at the back of Madrival's neck,
What the shit?
floating in the air. It's long, too long and jagged and twisted. And then disheveled, his clothing torn, his face completely sallow. Tatik, with his hands out and ready to strike at any moment. But I think there's something else that he should have taken into account.
I'm gonna
I
fucking...
think
Yeah.
we're gonna end the session.
Yeah, I was like, I mean, I could respond, but I think this is the end of episode.
So,
Jeez, I almost hit the end stream.
whoa! So,
Bye.
if, you know, as far as television programs go, I see this as a moment all three of us go, oh, and then we have the hard cut to the credits.
I took a note because other stuff was happening, but that I wanted to have left the plateau with my pack and the bomb in the pack, in my
Yeah.
high class pack.
That's totally fine.
Great. Just while I have this note here.
Ooh,
Tatik?
Yeah, because I saw take and I was like, oh, I already took a note about take. No, take. Okay.
well, shit. Thanks, everyone.
Kate, what'd you learn?
Relatively certain that Tatik is not on our side. So learned, yeah, Tatik's been playing us all along.
Elizabeth?
I really hope that's not what we learned. I learned Ko's deal with Takata and then subsequent plans to betray her.
Scott?
I learned that Jai when push comes to shove, will do something for us. We'll go against his orders.
Kate, did you stop a dangerous threat or solve a community problem?
I know, eh? Yeah, I'm thinking about it.
The bomb thing was
Yeah,
like,
we
that was a community
collectively
problem.
dealt with the bomb and
That's enough.
and
set us up with the bomb.
diffused the like potential combat
Yeah.
between the forces.
So I will give you that.
Yeah.
Did you guide a companion towards balance or end the session at your center?
I think I am at my center, actually.
Might be too.
Scott and Elizabeth, you are both.
Yeah,
Right.
great.
Which means
Ooh.
dance.
Oh my god.
And then Kate, did you make any discoveries about your family or the inner workings thereof?
Not really.
Elizabeth, did you accomplish a feat that is worthy of your position as seeker?
I would say speaking to the face stealer without getting one's face stolen is pretty iconic.
I mean, that's
True.
generally a
Yeah.
good goal in life. Like, that's on my bucket list.
And
Yeah.
Scott, did young Sue make any progress towards his adversary?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I feel like we made a lot of progress today.
I think so.
Oh,
That's fair.
gosh, Rooney.
Kate, you want to call out somebody's play?
Woof.
Liz choosing to face the face dealer and choosing to bring, like, giving us the opportunity to all come and be put in that cool risk. Yeah, so it made for a really cool moment, and Dawn played it super cool, even in the face of her father's face, possibly father's face. Yeah.
Thank you.
PFF.
Possible father face.
Elizabeth?
I mean, I'm gonna hop onto that scene as well. I think Young-soo being able to keep it cool even though Ko was offering him Andong back. Like,
But what he really
damn.
wants is vengeance.
And I think
I'm
if
kidding.
God hadn't been there holding on to his chest, he may have been swayed, but I think it was a grounding force.
If he was there alone, I think he might have been like, interesting, let's talk more. What, this old hunk of junk? Here, take it for free, fucking
no
for free.
witnesses
We'll go
to
get you
do
another
it, right?
relic. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
It's just got so much boob sweat on it at this point.
Yeah. Chest wet.
It's true.
Chest wet.
Chest wet. And I want to call out Kate for Bao, specifically the conversation that they had with Jai at the end of all things. I just felt like it was such a brilliant, simple moment of just like honesty between the two cousins after so much. Yeah, like it really felt like almost a resolution of things between them. I also just can't. I can't get over. I can't kick your ass if you're dead. That is. I mean,
I feel like they probably tussled when they were.
oh hell
younger.
yeah, that felt very like come here, you doofus,
Yeah,
like give him a
yeah.
noogie or something. You
Punchy
know what I mean?
approved.
Like, yeah, punchy. Very good. It's really really good. And I mean, like, John, this whole session's been super action packed, super
Holy
stressful,
fuck.
in a good way.
Yeah.
But I gotta call out Ko the Face Stealer as a real larger than life presence in this universe, and it's really terrifying and cool to come face to face
What
with
an awesome
it.
RP moment.
Yeah, awesome, terrifying,
Thank you.
exhausting.
Well, we may
Terrifying.
be rapidly approaching a conclusion, but at the same time, there's a whole week before the next session. What's going to happen?
Oh, you'll have to just sit and do nothing. Just kidding. We have streams all throughout the week as part of the RPG Clinic community. I stream on Tuesdays at 1800, 6 o'clock Eastern. Vampire the Masquerade Swan Song I've just started. And I've got 3 different characters for the 3 different vamps, so we're switching back. If it's really it's so stupid, I'm like, oh, I have to go change my, you know what I mean? And I'm talking to myself off cam and stuff. It's a really good time. I'm looking forward to unraveling the mystery of that game. And I was gonna say bonus streams through the week, but nope, not this coming week for sure, but maybe the week after you can catch me.
I'm relatively sure that my Wednesday is going to be more free than it was this past week. I was on call at work, unfortunately, which made me unable to stream, but I will be doing some Hades speed running.
Oh my god.
So we'll see what that looks like. But
Ding,
the best thing about Hades speedrunning is that after you finish a chamber and you're picking your next option or whatever, the timer stops.
Oh, brill.
Yeah, it's not A lot of the categories aren't IRT.
Like in real time.
Yeah,
Real
whatever
time.
time. It's
IGT.
IGT in game time,
Cool.
which means you can still totally chat with chat.
Breathe.
That's
also.
so good.
Use the bathroom,
So-
whatever.
So that's a thing.
Yeah.
So it looks like we'll be doing that on Wednesday. Friday?
I believe we can punch.
Oh yeah, probably.
I think we can do God of Punch on Friday, and then on Saturday we should be able to continue Drew Crew.
Yes, as much as I enjoyed the Poe show, I would love to get back to the Drew Crew.
Good, thank you.
And then at 5 o'clock Eastern, you can once again join this guy on my channel on Saturday for more of the Emperor's Dilemma. Narrative goal achieved, baby, and therefore more bigger risks to come.
Ooh,
Preparations,
hey.
things are happening.
More big.
More bigger. You heard me.
Next Sunday, we'll be right back here, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, with hopefully some thrilling continuation of this huge cliffhanger.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Fatigue.
I believe we can punch. I believe we'll make them lose their lunch. Folks, the Werewolf 5th edition is coming out this week. So while we will not have a clinic hours on Thursday about it because I will have had it for all of like less than a day,
Yeah.
You'll only have read it twice.
we'll still look into it, and we will get back to you with our thoughts.
Yay!
Talk about it in our Discord.
But yes,
we have a
do-
Crunch channel if you want to talk mechanics, Fluff if you want to talk like story and world and stuff.
Yeah.
And a bunch of other channels to talk about it.
Yeah,
And other things.
It's something that's getting us excited, and I know there's a lot of people in the community who are excited about it. So like, do jump into the Discord and chat. If we need to start threads because there's too much, we can do that. It's no big. Oh man.
But of course, until that time, you know where we're going to be going. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye bye. Ta-ta.